as the Cardinals come into this last regular season game with a spot in the 2022 Valley Baseball League playoffs. That bracketing will work. They will start tomorrow. That is, if they keep that spot. I'm pretty sure Winchester plays as well. But the way we've been talking, regardless if Winchester wins and whether we win or lose, I think it's safe to say that Front Royal has secured their spot for the first time since that 8-game losing streak started just a couple of weeks ago. In the meantime, they're going up against the number 2 seed Strasburg Express, who come into this evening's game 22-19, 4.5 games back from that top spot. They currently sit on a 1-game losing streak, that coming yesterday evening to the River Minutes of Woodstock, who sit atop the Valley Baseball League. And by the way, if the Cardinals do keep their playoff spot, which I'm pretty sure is a done deal by this point, they will play Woodstock tomorrow and possibly tomorrow, Wednesday, and possibly Thursday if a third game is needed. And that Wednesday game will be coming to you from David L. Wines Field at Bing Crosby Stadium. So we will hit the airwaves for that game on the Front Royal Cardinals radio network. Again, that is if Front Royal continues their procurement of the 4th seed in the Valley Baseball League North Division for the playoffs. The Strasburg Express, in the meantime, again, coming in 22-19, looking to get back into the win column with a loss to the River Bandits yesterday evening. Their last 10, they've gone 4-6. And going into batting, the team combined batting average for the team is .244. The most games a player has appeared in is 41 out of 1,302 at-bats. 211 runs have scored. 318 hits have been recorded, as well as 17 home runs, 178 RBIs, 219 walks, and 360 strikeouts on the season. That reminds me, let's get into the Strasburg Express starting lineups on the evening. Leading off for the Express, the shortstop, number 3, Armando Albert. Lefty batter, righty thrower, 5'11", 170-pound senior out of Florida Atlantic University. Hometown Plantation, Florida. In the 2 spot, the third baseman, number 10, Cade Parker. Righty, 6 foot, 185-pound sophomore out of Gulf Coast Community College. Hometown of Panama City Beach, Florida. In the 3 spot, the center fielder, number 25, Travis Reifsnyder. Lefty batter, righty thrower, 6'4", 220-pound senior out of the University of Virginia, Wahoo, hometown of Richmond, Virginia. Cleaning up for the Express this evening, the first baseman, number 16, Cam Klotch. Lefty, 6'4", 200-pound junior out of East Carolina University, hometown Mooresville, North Carolina. In the 5 spot, the designated hitter, number 19, Zane Denton. Switch hitting righty thrower, 6 foot, 205-pound senior out of the University of Tennessee, hometown of Brentwood, Tennessee. In the 6th spot, the left fielder, number 5, Henry Kohler. Lefty batter, righty thrower, 5'11", 180-pound senior out of Davidson College, hometown of Raleigh, North Carolina. In the 7th spot, the second baseman, number 13, Tommy Tavares. Righty, 6 foot, 175-pound sophomore out of the University of Pittsburgh, hometown of Brooklyn, New York. In the 8th spot, the right fielder, number 26, Dakota Miller. Righty, 6'2", 215-pound junior out of Potomac State College, hometown of Newport, Ohio. And in the 9th spot, the catcher, number 18, Reed Garris. Righty, 6'2", 190-pound sophomore out of Clemson, hometown Mount Pleasant, South Carolina. On the bump in the bottom half of the first for the Express will be number 33, Trevor Sharp, a left-handed pitcher, 6'4", 195-pound junior out of Shepherd College, hometown of Bunker Hill, West Virginia. Sharp coming into this evening's game, starting in 1 game and appearing in 9. He's got 21 complete innings under his belt. 23 hits have been recorded, 15 runs have scored, 11 of those 15 being earned, 9 walks, and 21 strikeouts on the season. Doesn't have any wins or losses on the season to have an ERA coming into this evening's game at 4.71. batting leaders for, the Strasburg Express in that number one spot with a batting average of .333 is Miles Denton. Following in second is Armando Albert with .322. In third is Reed Garris with a .296. And in fourth, Ty Hooks with a .291. Home run leaders, we've got a first place tie in the Express program with 3. Cam Clonch and Zane Denton with 3 apiece. Followed in third place by Zach Austin with 1, who is listed as a pitcher for the Express, and all other Express players yet to put one on the board coming into this final game of the 2022 campaign. Ty Hooks leading off in the RBIs with a first place tie to Zane Denton with 19. Following them in third is Henry Kohler with 13, and in fourth with 12 RBIs on the season is Cam Clonch. The pitching leaders for the Strasburg Express coming into the game, Robert Kelly, as well as Lucas Hartman, tied at first with 3. In a third place tie will be Tyler Dean and Kyle Demme with 1. And there might be some more that Point Streak doesn't say, but they do the top 4. So moving on to the strikeout leaders, Lucas Hartman leading with 40, following him with 28 in second place. So Lucas Hartman has 12 more than the next best is Robert Kelly, again with 28. Kyle Demme rounding out at third with a close 27. And in fourth is Zach Austin with 23 strikeouts on the season. And there are 2 Express pitchers with a 0 ERA coming into this evening's game, that being my apologies. It is the other Denton, Miles Denton, rather, my apologies. I was thinking Mikey Brenton, but he plays for Newmarket, who the Cardinals played last night. And we will get more into that in just a moment with the Cardinals segment. Following him in second will be Noah Hertzler with the 0 ERA. In third is Kyle Demme with an 0.82. And in fourth is Robert Kelly with a 1.41 ERA. We take a sideline here on the Front Royal Cardinals Radio Network. When we return to you, it'll be the Front Royal Cardinals' turn at the pregame stats and starting lineups. We will take a look at those, but in the meantime, we will take a sideline here on the Front Royal Cardinals Radio Network, and we hope you stick around for more right after this.
Don't go anywhere. The Cardinal Countdown pregame show will be back in a moment on the Front Royal Cardinals Radio Network.
Your local Lindsay Chevrolet dealer of Front Royal is a proud sponsor of the Front Royal Cardinals. Your next new or pre-owned vehicle awaits you at Lindsay Chevrolet. There are many options of Chevy vehicles to help anyone find new roads. Choose Lindsay Chevrolet. You'll love it at Lindsay.
Reaching Out Now, a proud supporter of Cardinals baseball, supports under-resourced youth to be the best version of themselves with preparedness, to face the world with hope, purpose, and optimism. We serve students and their families in need of support in the school system through engaged community partners and the volunteer network. Through our programs, we provide opportunities and new experiences for all involved to reach their full potential. For more information, find us online at reachingoutnow.org or email info@reachingoutnow.org. Reaching Out Now, your true potential within reach.
The Knights of Columbus, Catholic men building the bridge back to faith. There's much work to be done in this world. Good work, necessary work. And that's what the Knights do every day. Assisting the sick and disabled, protecting those who can't protect themselves. Whether they are next door or halfway around the world, this is the journey we're on. Our path. We do it to be better husbands, fathers, sons, neighbors, and Catholics. We invest our time, our effort, and our resources into our values: charity, unity, fraternity, patriotism. We come from many places and backgrounds and stages in our lives, but we are all of one faith. It's one thing to say who we are, it's another to live. Put the values into action. That's what we do at the Knights of Columbus. That's who we are.
The Front Royal Cardinals would like to thank our 2022 sponsors, the Wines Family and Wines Bookkeeping, C&C Frozen Treats, the town of Front Royal, Warren County Government, Cedarville Working Club, the Knights of Columbus, Christendom College, Midway Service Center and Towing, Dominion Health and Fitness, Culligan Water, Hazards Mill Farms, the Brody Michael Foundation, Kenny Sports Shop, Woods Cove Assisted Living, Green to Ground, U.S. Inspect, Lindsay Chevrolet, TLC Settlements. Reaching out now, the Front Royal Little League, Concern Hotline, the Logan Myatico Foundation, and Sunstoppers Window Tinting. Thank you for your support of Front Royal Cardinals baseball in the 2022 season.
The Wines family and Wines Bookkeeping LLC are proud supporters of the Front Royal Cardinals. Wines Bookkeeping specializes in a variety of business and tax services with outstanding support. We understand how busy you are, and with our expertise, we can take our care of your business needs quickly and effectively. Wines Bookkeeping has been serving the Front Royal area for over 50 years. Wines Bookkeeping LLC, your business services professionals.
Welcome back to Cardinal Countdown on StretchInternet.com and the Royal Examiner, the flagship affiliates of the Front Royal Cardinals radio network.
And welcome back to the Cardinal Countdown pregame show here on the Front Royal Cardinals radio network. If you're just joining us, you missed the Strasburg Express starting lineups and stats coming into this evening's final game of the 2022 Valley Baseball League regular season for the Cardinals and the Express. Now we will take over the running with the Front Royal Cardinals starting lineups and stats coming into this game. That will be taken over by my partner, Matthew Wiseman.
I blanked out for a second now. I was like, you said my name, and I was like, oh, okay, what's he saying my name for? So the Front Royal Cardinals are coming into this ballgame 15-26. They have clinched the final spot in the playoffs, so congratulations to the Front Royal Cardinals. The playoffs will start tomorrow. That will be at Woodstock for the first game as they take on the Woodstock River Bandits, and for the second game, they will be here at Bing Crosby Stadium. It's a best-of-3 series, so if the Cardinals are done in 2, they're done in 2. If Woodstock's done in 2, they're done in 2. So we will see what happens in the first 2 games, and that will determine if we're here again for the rest of the playoffs. The Cardinals are coached by Clint Marsh and JoJo Jackson, and this is the lineup they
JoJo Allen.
JoJo Allen. Jackson's the player. JoJo Allen. JoJo Jackson is a player, so this is the lineup they've come up with for tonight. Leading off is J.R. London. He's in center field. He's a righty, 5'8", 160 pounds. He's a rising senior at South Georgia College, hometown of Eden, Georgia. DHing, hitting 2 is number 2, Trent Jeffcoat. He's a lefty hitter, righty thrower, 6 foot, 175 pounds. Hometown of Pensacola, Florida. He's a rising senior at the University of West Florida. Christian Campbell playing third, hitting third tonight. He's a righty, 6 foot, 155 pounds. He's a rising sophomore at South Georgia College, hometown of Rincon, Georgia. Hitting fourth, playing right field for the Cardinals is JoJo Jackson, switch hitter, lefty thrower, 6'3", 225 pounds. He's a rising sophomore at Georgia State University, hometown of Stone Mountain, Georgia. Hitting fifth behind the dish tonight is going to be Noah Carter. Noah Carter is a lefty hitter, righty thrower, 6 foot, 190 pounds. He's a rising sophomore at the College of Charleston, hometown of Hammer, South Carolina. Playing second base, hitting sixth tonight for the Cardinals is Brennan Chisholm, righty, 5'10", 170 pounds. He is a rising senior at Canisius College, hometown of North Chatham, Massachusetts. Playing first base is going to be Connor Frost. He's hitting in the 7th spot. He's a righty, 6 foot, 185 pounds, rising junior at University of North Georgia, hometown of Roswell, Georgia. Hitting 8th is going to be Drew Bristow. He is playing left field tonight for the Cardinals. He is a righty, 5'9", 175 pounds. He's a rising senior at the University of North Carolina, Asheville, hometown of Cicero, New York. And finally, rounding out the lineup tonight will be Riley Frost, brother of Connor Frost. Connor and Riley are both from Roswell, Georgia, and they both go to the University of North Georgia, but Riley is a rising sophomore. He's 6'1", 185 pounds, and he's a righty as well. For the Cardinals, on the mound is going to be number 18, Chase Stanhope. Stanhope is a righty, 6'3", 195 pounds. He's a rising junior at the University of West Florida, hometown of Pensacola, Florida. Coming into this ball game, Chase Stanhope has not started a game, but he's appeared in 9. He has pitched 17 and two-thirds innings with 13 hits, 18 runs given up, 13 earned runs, 23 walks, 18 strikeouts. He comes in with a 1-1 record and has a 6.62 ERA. For the Cardinals, again, they're coming into this game 15-26. They won their last game here at Bing Crosby Stadium against Newmarket 9-2, and they beat Winchester before that, dropping 2 games before the Winchester game on the 21st and 20th against the Express and Percival Cannons. The hitting leaders coming into this game are Trent Jeffcoat with a 365 batting average, JoJo Jackson with a 341, Drew Camp with a 266, and Sam Daggers with a 254. The home run leaders are Dallas Height with 3, JoJo Jackson with 2, and that is it for the Cardinals. They've only scratched, I believe it's 7 home runs, but the other 2 guys that have hit home runs have left for the Cardinals. Dallas Height leads with 21 RBIs, JoJo Jackson with 15, Jeff Coate with 13, and Drew Camp with 13 as well. The pitching leaders all tied with 2 wins are Justin Reebok, Bryce Fisher, Grant Adams, and Alex Sakis. Leading in strikeouts is 42 with Bryce Fisher with 42, Grant Adams with 30, Michael Schultz with 25, Sean Means with 24, and rounding out the ERA is with a 2.26 ERA is Bryce Fisher leading the team, Sean Means with a 3.27, Justin Reebok with a 4.22, and Alex Sakis with a 5.09 ERA. The Cardinals are coming into this game with a 4th place standings in the North Division. With Newmarket dropping out, the Cardinals will make the playoffs, I believe, no matter what after this game. Even if the Winchester Royals and the Cardinals are tied, I believe the Cardinals do have the tiebreaker, so the Cardinals will be in the playoffs, so congratulations to them. And the other 4 teams in the playoffs are the Percival Cannons, Strasburg Express, and Woodstock River Bandits. So that is who is in the playoffs in the North Division. I am just about to look up the South Division right now. So in the South Division, the standings go as followed. Charlottesville in first, Harrisonburg in second, Waynesboro in third, Covington, and then Stanton. So Stanton will not make the playoffs, but Charlottesville, Harrisonburg, Waynesboro, and Covington will. Charlottesville will play Covington in the first round. Harrisonburg and Waynesboro will go at it in their first round. So we hope to see some good baseball in the playoffs here in the Valley Baseball League. I believe they go through August 3rd or 4th or maybe even the 5th or something like that.
At least, yeah.
So hopefully we see good baseball from now until the beginning of August here in the Valley League, and hopefully we see some more baseball here at Bing Crosby Stadium.
Certainly, that is a shocker of a setup for standings now in the South, as Waynesboro did have first, and now Charlottesville taking first after standing in third. In the meantime, we will take a sideline here on the Front Royal Cardinals Radio Network. When we return, we will get to the ball game right after these messages.
I'm J.D. Howler, President and CEO of U.S. Inspect Group, the country's largest home inspection company. We operate nationally across 24 MSAs, and our 30-year-old brand has delivered 3 million inspections. The best real estate brokerages in the country love us because we help their real estate agents get deals closed faster, and we protect their customers. We have a proven business model and positive EBITDA. With new investors, new management, new board, and new products, our mission is to make home inspections as simple and painless as ordering an Uber.
This message is brought to you by US Inspect. For more information, find them online at usinspect.com.
C&C Frozen Treats is a fun place to come to experience some wacky and flavorful homemade ice cream and Italian ice. We have made hundreds of flavors and continue to strive to make new and exciting flavors every time you walk through the door. But beware if you want chocolate or vanilla, as we have a crazy rule here at the store that you must sample 3 of our wacky flavors before you can earn the right to taste chocolate and vanilla. We even put free harassment on our menu board, so you know what to expect when you walk through the door. Come experience C&C Frozen Treats. You won't regret it.
The Front Royal Cardinals would like to thank our 2022 sponsors, the Wines Family and Wines Bookkeeping, C&C Frozen Treats, the Town of Front Royal, Warren County Government, Cedarville Working Club, the Knights of Columbus, Christendom College, Midway Service Center and Towing, Dominion Health and Fitness, Culligan Water, Hazards Mill Farms, the Brody Michael Foundation, Kenny Sports Shop, Woods Cove Assisted Living, Green to Ground, U.S. Inspect, Lindsay Chevrolet, TLC Settlements, reaching out now, the Front Royal Little League, Concern Hotline, the Logan Mayatico Foundation, and Sunstoppers Window Tinting. Thank you for your support of Front Royal Cardinals Baseball in the 2022 season.
This is a brief reminder that the Valley Baseball League will not tolerate discrimination on the basis of race, religion, color, national origin, age, sex, sexual orientation, marital status, citizenship, and/or military or veteran status. The Valley Baseball League supports all of our teams in addressing these issues at their individual ballparks. Thank you for being a good sport and enjoy the game.
It was a code 10, hard water again. Worst part is Claire was unaware.
Hey, Culligan, our water makes my skin and hair feel like I'm 90.
Okay, are you 90?
I'm not.
Okay, secondly, how do you feel about high-efficiency water softeners from Culligan Water?
What?
And thirdly, how do you feel about smoother skin and luxurious hair?
Goodly. I feel very good about that.
That's the power of water. Stay soft, right?
You stay soft.
Good water doesn't just come to you. Oh, wait. In this case, yes, it does.
Coming back to you on the Cardinal Countdown pregame show as lineups are being read here at Bing Crosby Stadium. Just coming in with a few games around the Valley League this evening. Obviously, Front Royal and Strasburg playing this evening. The only other game to be played this evening is Harrisonburg versus Waynesboro at Veterans Memorial Park at 7:30. Again, Winchester postponing one game against Percival and the other one being forfeited by Woodstock. So we take a sideline here on the Front Royal Cardinals Radio Network as the national anthem will come up in-house in just a moment. So we welcome you on the Front Royal Cardinals Radio Network. StretchInternet.com and the Royal Examiner is where you're finding this game online. As we take a sideline here, we will return to you right after this.
What makes a place great? Is it an incredible landscape, unique in the world, carved over the eons into rolling mountains and gentle valleys? Is it the rivers that sing and shout and flow into breathtaking chasms? Is it the trails that lead over hills and to the edges of beautiful views? Is it the natural places and things, big and small, and the outdoor places that people have enjoyed for generations? Or is it the people themselves, the people who've turned this land into an inviting refuge for art and culture and festivals and celebrations of all the things that make life great? The people who make food grown fresh and served with creativity and care, who make wine and beer and donuts from scratch. People who have shown travelers from all over the world all of the things there are to do and see and experience. What if greatness wasn't one of these things, or even a few of these things, but all of them together?
This message is brought to you by Warren County Government.
This day is gonna be the greatest memory, making history. Let's go. You Don't need no luck with that golden touch. Time to light it up. Let's go. Get ready for it. Get ready for it. Get ready for it. Yeah, this is it.
And that's cracked into the left, rather. Will drop for a base hit. He will round to second off of that. Make it to third. Shifter puts on the Jets. That is popped into left field. Bring him home. Dylan Swarmer followed by Drew Camp. And it is a tie ball game thanks to Dallas Height. That's popped to Riley Fawcett short to play at first. Libby bounced, but in time. What a play from 6 to 3. Pop into center. Looks to be playable. Connor Frost coming home. The Cardinals win it. Riley Frost with the walk-off for Connor.
Get ready for it. Get ready for it. Yeah, this is it.
Indeed, this is it, but not only for the game, but for the regular season. Both teams playing this evening have playoff berths coming tomorrow as the Strasburg Express look to play the third seed Purcellville Cannons in the Valley Baseball League North, and the Front Row Cardinals look to travel to the who will be visiting Central High School tomorrow to play the homestanding at that state, the Woodstock River Bandits. And again, 3-game sets for the series in round number 1. So Woodstock will host the first and possibly third game, and Front Royal will host the second one here at the confines of Bing Crosby Stadium. In the meantime, Chase Stanhope stands on the mound for the Cardinals here. And leading off for the Express will not be J.R. London. That is the Cardinals lineup. It will, in fact, be Armando Albert. Let's see how many mistakes I can make. I'm counting those as, I'm counting dad jokes, so I'm keeping myself on a limit here tonight. As the first one in the meantime to Albert. Or I must have missed one. It says 1-1 on the board.
Yeah, that one was over. The first one was low.
Okay, so I did, in fact, miss one after running my mouth for so long as Albert fouls that one back. 1 ball, 2 strike count now for the leadoff batter, Albert.
Yeah, Albert has, I don't know how well he's done hitting-wise, as I think that's what Cameron's pulling up. But he's been a very, very good defender for the Strasburg Express, as that one's grounded to Chase Stanhope. He runs it over and tosses it to first. So out number 1 is recorded on the ground ball to the pitcher. But back to what I was saying, Armando Albert has showed off the leather the times that he has been here at Bing Crosby Stadium, making sliding plays and very nice backhanded plays, and a very, very strong arm and sure-handed glove for the Strasburg Express over there at shortstop. So he only has committed 1 error in over 200 innings of play for the Strasburg Express at shortstop, as Stanhope delivers to Parker for a strike. And the next one is swung on and missed, so 0-2 here to Parker.
Albert came up 29 for 90. That was a 322 with the missed attempt at the first at-bat of the game, as that one will get him looking for strike number 3. Cade Parker going down looking, as that will bring up the third batter in the lineup out of the University of Virginia. Might I say wahoo-wah again. The center fielder, number 25, Travis Reif Snyder. But Albert coming up 29 for 90 previously with the missed at-bat. He goes 29 for 91. So make it a 319. Parker, in the meantime, 0 for 1 now out of the previous at-bat with that strikeout. And I believe that was his first at-bat of the season, as he's got no average, as well as Reif Snyder as well.
Well, Reif Snyder is 0 for 3, but I'm wondering if these are guys that are bench options, but now because of guys going back or guys getting injured, that they're now in the lineup, or that one's hit decently into center field on a broken bat. The diving play is made by J.R. London. What a play.
That will retire the side in fashion style, as J.R. London runs up to make the catch and put a little flair on the play as well as he dives down and comes up with the baseball as we take a sideline here in the Front Royal Cardinals Radio Network. It is a scoreless ball game going into the bottom half of the first.
Midway Service Center and Towing is a proud sponsor of the Cardinals. Located at 514 North Commerce Avenue in Front Royal, just under a mile from Bing Crosby Stadium, Midway Service Center and Towing provides auto mechanic work. We do things from oil changes to engine repairs, towing, tire rotations, mechanic work, Virginia State inspections, and more. Come see the friendly folks at Midway Service Center and Towing weekdays from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. or call 540-636-9128. Midway Service Center and Towing, voted the best auto towing company in the Northern Virginia Daily's 2022 Best of Front Royal and Warren County. Welcome to Hazard Mill Farms, located in the beautiful Appalachian foothills of Virginia. The farm offers lodging, a retreat center, and catering. We also offer a wide range of outdoor activities and recreation. Located on the banks of the Shenandoah River, we invite you to enjoy many river activities, swimming, tubing, and canoeing. We provide many options for your wedding and other events. If you want a peaceful place to relax, spend time with family, simply enjoy the beauty of the surrounding area, or host a killer event, Hazard Mill Farms is the perfect place for you. All of our rental spaces are available for your special event. Visit hazardmillfarm.com to reserve today.
This is a brief in-game reminder that the Valley Baseball League will not tolerate discrimination on the basis of race, religion, color, national origin, age, sex, sexual orientation, marital status, citizenship, and/or military or veteran status. The Valley Baseball League supports all of our teams in addressing these issues at their individual ballpark. Thank you for being a good support and enjoy the game.
And we welcome you back to David O. Wines Field here at Bing Crosby Stadium. As we go into the bottom half of the first, it is a scoreless ball game as the Cardinals look to tack on a couple of hits at least early, and they will call up none other than J.R. London to lead things off here. And the first pitch to him will be down the middle for a strike. Count is 0-1 to start things off here for J.R. London in plate appearance number 1 of this game, who is 11 for 47 on the season. That's a .234 with 7 RBIs. And this is, at least to my recollection, the first time he's led off for the Cardinals this season.
Yeah, J.R. London, this is the first time he's leading off for the season. He was a late entry to the season because I'm sure he had playoffs or he came from another team, and then when they got the player that they wanted, we picked up J.R. London. I'm not sure what his situation was, but we got J.R. London midway through the season due to injuries to multiple outfielders, and he's filled in nicely as he swings through that one. But London is a very good speed option at the top of the lineup, so if he can put the ball in play, you're going to have to be quick to get him out, as the 1-2 is dealt, and that one's in the dirt, but blocked nicely there by Garris. The throw on to first is in time, so 1 out. But due to Dallas Heights' injury and Brody Popple getting the day off, because you can't have someone catching it day in and day out, that's very taxing. J.R. London is in the leadoff spot, and he strikes out swinging to lead off the game. So hopefully Trent Jeffcoat can get on base and get it going for the Cardinals, as he also has very, very good speed at the, I'd say, top part of the lineup for the Cardinals.
Trent Jeffcoat coming in this evening's game as a designated hitter, not shortstop this evening. The duties for that will go to Riley Frost as Jeffcoat looks at strike 1 on the first one. 0-1 to start things off for Jeffcoat in plate appearance number 1 of the evening. Sits 35 for 96 on the season. That's a .364 with 13 RBIs, looking for home run number 1 as he will be checked through that one for strike number 2. Count is now 0-2 to the designated hitter Jeffcoat this evening.
I don't know what Sharp put in his cereal or something, but that curveball has a lot of movement to it early on, because he got J.R. London swinging a 58-foot curveball, and he's had Jeffcoat take a pitch, but that buckled his knees and then had him swinging very early and very off balance to make it 0-2. So if his curveball looks like that all game, this might be a tough one for the Cardinals as Sharp gets his sign and delivers the 1-2. That one's fouled back by Jeffcoat. So the count will remain at 1-2 here. The batter on deck for the Cardinals is Christian Campbell, and then if they could get one past that, JoJo Jackson is in the hole. So with one out here, not guaranteed to see JoJo, but at least we will see Christian Campbell come to the plate.
No score yet posted by either team. Cardinals with their second batter at the plate now. It is Trent Jeffcoat playing designated hitter this evening. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out down, bottom of the first. Here comes the pitch from Sharp. That one will get him for strike 3 looking. So out number 2 is recorded. You could say the second one at the plate since technically JR did strike out, but the out didn't go until the throw at first was made since it did get around the arm of Garris. So 2 strikeouts, but 1 being statistical for the Express pitcher Trevor Sharp, as that calls up Christian Campbell to the plate for his first plate appearance of this evening's game. Faces 1-0 on the first one. We'll take that into the second one. Sharp sets, 1-0 count coming. 2 outs down. Here comes the pitch. That is caught and missed for strike 1. So the count evens at 1 ball, 1 strike here for Christian Campbell, who is at third this evening for the Cardinals. It's 14 for 62 on the season. That's a .225. 7 RBIs in the process of his 14 hits. Looks for hit number 1 on the night so far here as he faces 1-1. Here comes the pitch. That one is downstairs for ball 2. So Campbell goes back up in the count. 2-1 is the count with 2 outs down in this bottom half of the first. Express haven't put anything on yet. Cardinals still in this frame, yet to put a runner on base. Here comes the 2-1. That one ricocheted off of somebody, so it is a ball. 3-1 is the call.
I don't know if that hit the ump or the catcher.
I couldn't tell either. I mean, it looked at the last second that it came off the umpire.
Yeah,
somehow,
it did.
I'm not sure.
I think he's fine. I mean,
Yeah,
it didn't look like he was really fazed by that.
See, I don't even know if they wear like any.
They do. They
any
wear
pads
chest
or anything.
They wear chest protectors and they wear shin guards.
Okay.
It's really just from the knee up until the hip. They don't really have much protection. But
see, I knew they wore the chest thing, but I didn't know they wore anything on the legs, which kind of threw me off. As the first walk of the game will come to Christian Campbell. He will take the 90-foot walk of fame, and we will see JoJo Jackson, the right fielder on the evening for the Cardinals, come up to the plate for the Cardinals this evening in plate appearance number 1. JoJo Jackson coming up with a .341 batting average. That's 29 hits out of 85 at-bats. He's crossed the plate 15 times. He's got 15 RBIs and 8 walks, 17 strikeouts on the season. That one is lifted into center. Looks to be played at the wall. That ball is high. It is far. It is gone. JoJo got that one to go. Get it in, JoJo. 2-run shot over the center field wall. And JoJo gets his claim to fame. Make it another one on the season for JoJo as he gets number 3 at Bing Crosby Stadium. The second one we've called for the Cardinals this year. And that one could easily be a highlight of the game already.
yeah, and that one, JoJo has a lot of power. I could tell he didn't get all of that ball, but he still got it to get it out because when players hit it well, you can tell, you can hear it. And that one didn't have the sound of a home run, but it kept carrying. And JoJo just has enough power to get that one out, as that one's lined to center, looks to end the inning, and does so. Noah Carter will end the inning on a line drive to center field, called by Reif Snyder, yep. Reef Snyder, it doesn't matter. We're going into the top of inning number 2 as the Cardinals scratch 2 across the board on a JoJo Jackson 2-run home run following a Christian Campbell walk. So the Express look to bounce back with Chase Stanhope coming out for his second inning of work. Thanks for those of you guys listening on the Front Row Cardinals radio network, on the Front Row Examiner and Stretch Internet radio network.
TLC Settlements is a proud sponsor of the 2022 Cardinals. When buying, selling, or refinancing your investment, PLC Settlements, LLC believes that every transaction is important, no matter how big or how small. The trustworthy team of Tracy, Lucy, and Christy bring 55-plus years experience in the industry. We are dedicated to and take pride in the service that we give to each and every customer. Although we do many closings each month, every closing is very important to us. Our service speaks for itself at TLC Settlements. Green to Ground Electrical is a proud sponsor of the Front Royal Cardinals. Green to Ground is a Class A electrical contractor serving the Shenandoah Valley and Northern Virginia region. Building relationships since 2019 by being reliable, dependable, and trustworthy. Offering both residential and commercial services, no job is too big for our team to handle. We are a licensed and insured company, serving customers peace of mind, one circuit at a time.
And we welcome you back to David L. Wines Field here at Bing Crosby Stadium. As we go into the top half of the second, it is a 2-0 ball game in the favor of the Front Royal Cardinals off of a very late 2-run shot over the center field wall by none other than Joe Jackson. And right after him, I believe it. Thank you, Noah Carter. I was gonna say Jalen Lennon, but he was first. Noah Carter came up and lined out into center, so got it almost in the exact same direction as JoJo did, but not enough power to get over or get as far as what JoJo did. So 2-0 is the score in the top of the first as Cam Clonch comes up, faces 2-0 from Stanhope as he sets up on the mound and deals it. That one will go down. It looks like Clonch wanted to make some sort of contact or at least swing with it, but decided not to at the last moment, and indeed that was a good decision as that ball went downstairs. 3-0 count coming from Stanhope. That one goes down the strike zone this time for strike number one. Count is now 3-1 coming to the batter, Clonch.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see how Coach Clint Marsh handles this game for his pitchers, at least, because with this being the last game as well as playoffs coming up, we don't have that many pitchers that are going to get you through an entire playoff series. So you don't want Chase Stanhope going 6 innings because that way you're not going to see him for the playoffs. And if you get far, you'd have to get far in order to pitch him again, because if he goes 40, maybe even 50 pitches, I'd be very surprised to see him tomorrow at the very least, but maybe even on Wednesday. So he gets the out there on Cam Clonch as there was a ground ball to second base, and Brennan Chisholm made the play effortlessly, bringing up Denton.
Zane Denton coming up for his first plate appearance of this evening's game. First pitch to him is a strike. 0-1 to start things off for Denton, who is 13 for 63 in this season. 206 is the batting average. 3 home runs and 19 RBIs in the process as he looks at strike 2 on that one. 1 out down, top of the second. 2-0 ball game in the favor of the Cardinals. Stanhope sets up and deals the 0-2. That one misses ball 1. Count is now 1-2 coming to Zane Denton, who hasn't gotten anything to go against Stanhope in this season. Sits zeros with his batting average against him, as Stanhope comes into this game with a 6.62 ERA, 17 2/3 under his belt, and 18 strikeouts. Coming into the game, he has recorded a couple more. As the 1-2 comes in, that one is bounced foul on the first base line. So the count remains where it is, 1-2. Stanhope has 1 strikeout on the night, so make it 19 on the season. Looking to make it number 20, possibly with Zane Denton, who sits 1-2 with 1 out down as he sets on the mound and deals it. That one's upstairs, ball 2. Count evens now at a down count 2-2 for Zane Denton. Again, plate appearance number 1. Out 1 is recorded on the board. That was from Cam Clonch, as it was a line from second to first. Stanhope deals the 2-2 that has popped up in foul territory on the left side, chasing over Campbell. He will make the catch in foul territory, and that will send Zane Denton back to bring up Henry Kohler, the last of the 3 due up for the Express in this top half of the second. If Kohler makes it through, they'll bring up Tommy Tavares, but looking to get Henry Kohler up to the plate. And did Harold just say it was Kohler's birthday?
It might be.
In fact,
I wasn't paying attention. I really wasn't. I zoned out. I really did.
Point streak will tell me. Oh, me. In the meantime, Henry, until I confirm it's your birthday, if it is your birthday, happy birthday to Henry Kohler again, if that is true.
If it's not true, we take it back.
Yeah, well, yes and no.
Yeah. He looks at a ball right there. So 1-1 here. Stanhope working quickly as the 1-1 is dealt. That one swung and hit on to first. That's through the hole. So base hit here for Kohler. Takes a big round around first, but he gets back safely as JoJo Jackson tried to throw him out. So 2-out base knock here for Henry Kohler as he is standing up first with 2 outs for Tommy Tavares.
Happy not birthday, Henry. May 5th.
I'm very confused.
I'm confused, too. They announced a birthday is what it sounded like, though. I mean, I wasn't paying attention because I was too busy running my mouth. But I'm not sure unless it was Zane Denton's birthday. I have no idea.
Yeah, I didn't.
No, February.
No. Check if it's Tommy Tavares.
Possibly. We can take a look at that, too.
I mean, we're just
June
running through it.
14th,
No,
closer.
Oh, no,
but no.
Still not it.
What in the world?
No clue. So 1-1 here as Stanhope gets Tavares to swing over the 1-0 slider.
They don't have any of the coaches' birthdays because they don't have Coach Lassie's.
I don't know, and they normally do the birthday announcements very, very late in the game, or not very late, but at least the 5th or the 6th.
Right, or at least they won't do it in the middle of the game, so I'm thinking it's a player, unless it's somebody for the Cardinals that I didn't pay attention to.
Yeah, but I mean, they would have played it when they came up to the plate, so I have no clue. So he swings through that one, so 1-2 here on Tommy Tavares as he looks to extend this inning here for the Strasburg Express down 2-0. Following the JoJo Jackson home run in the last inning, and Chase Stanhope gets him looking at that one. So strike 3 for Stanhope. That is number 2 on the evening. So he gets through 2 innings, giving up just the 1 hit. He leaves with a 2-0 ball game so far. We head to the bottom of the second. The Cardinals look to extend on their lead here over the Strasburg Express. Thanks for those of you guys listening on the Stretch Internet Radio Network and Front Royal Examiner, home of the Front Royal Cardinals all season long.
The Front Royal Cardinals would like to thank our 2022 sponsors, the Wines Family and Wines Bookkeeping, C&C Frozen Treats, the Town of Front Royal, Warren County Government, Cedarville Working Club, the Knights of Columbus, Christendom College, Midway Service Center and Towing, Dominion Health and Fitness, Culligan Water, Hazards Mill Farms, the Brody Michael Foundation, Kenny Sports Shop, Woods Cove Assisted Living, Green to Ground, U.S. Inspect, Lindsay Chevrolet, TLC Settlements, Reaching Out Now, the Front Royal Little League, Concern Hotline, the Logan Myatico Foundation, and Sunstoppers Window Tinting. Thank you for your support of Front Royal Cardinals Baseball in the 2022 season.
This is a brief in-game reminder that the Valley Baseball League will not tolerate discrimination on the basis of race, religion, color, national origin, age, sex, sexual orientation, marital status, citizenship, and/or military or veteran status. The Valley Baseball League supports all of our teams in addressing these issues at their individual ballpark. Thank you for being a good support and enjoy the game.
And welcome you back to David L. Wines Field here at Bing Crosby Stadium as we take you into the bottom half of the second. It is a 2-0 ball game in the favor of the Front Royal Cardinals as the new batter for the Cardinals will be Brennan Chisholm. And not quite sure if you could tell, Matthew, but they're all getting Girls Just Want to Have Fun as a walk-up song.
Yeah,
there was one different.
I think Paul just messing with them.
I think Noah Carter got a different one, but I think everybody else, or maybe it was JoJo. Okay, JoJo got a different one.
Okay.
Everyone else has got the same one.
I haven't. I noticed that JR did, but I think he did last night, so I'm not sure. But I know Brennan's is different. I know Brennan's walk-up song is different, so I have no clue why they're playing Girls Just Want to Have Fun for all the players right now as Chisholm looks at a strike right here from Sharp.
Here comes the 0-1, and that is cut on and missed for strike number 2. So Chisholm down 0 for 2 early on in the at-bat, facing Trevor Sharp, who is coming up with pitch number 19. Has got an 18.0 ERA with that 2-run shot by JoJo Jackson as Chisholm fouls that one on the third base line. Count stays where it is, 0-2. So Chisholm will step back into the right-handed batter's box. Sharp receives his sign from Garris at the plate. Sets up on the mound. 0-2 coming here. It comes. That one will miss just slightly. Ball one is the call. Chisholm now faces 1-2 on the next one as the leadoff batter for the frame.
Connor Frost on deck for the Cardinals, so he will come up hopefully with a runner on if Chisholm can fight back from the 1-2 here as this one's grounded back to the pitcher Sharp. The throw on to first is in time as Chisholm hustling down the line, but still thrown out at first base. So one out here as Connor Frost comes to the dish for the Cardinals. He's, I think, still looking for double-digit hits. I could be wrong on that. I think he still stands at 9 hits on the season, unless he had one on the road. But if he was here still looking for hit number 10, I don't think he's gotten it yet as Sharp sets up and deals the 0-0. That one is low and in for a ball, so 1-0 here from Sharp.
Still waiting on point sugar to update. There he goes. He does have hit number 10 out of 71 at-bats. Sits at a 140 on the season. 6 RBIs, no home runs. 1-0 coming from Sharp. That one goes down the strike zone. Strike one is the call. 1-1 count now coming to Connor Frost, who's playing first base this evening for the Cardinals here. Last couple of games, we've been seeing Drew Camp fill that spot, and Connor's either been shifted to third or I don't think he was played one of the times either.
He played second base yesterday.
Or second, yeah, that's what it was. And that ball will be out of play. It will return to the field, but it will go foul out of play. So 1 ball, 2 strike count now for Connor Frost here in plate appearance number 1 of this evening's game.
Yeah, he played second base yesterday, and then he made the error. I don't know if you remember that one.
Yep.
But he's been playing a lot of first bases. Second, third, and short have been taken up by Jeffcoat, Riley, Brennan. Christian's playing a lot there as he hits this one into center field. Looks to drop and does in the gap. He will be held at first base, but a nice single there for Connor Frost as Reif Snyder, I don't know. He gathers the ball and throws it in quickly before Connor could really get to second. As Girls Want to Have Fun Again comes up for Drew Bristow.
I'm guessing that's some sort of superstition thing. I'm not quite sure.
Maybe he's just doing it to mess with them. Maybe he's doing it for... I don't think it's a theme night.
No.
So I have no clue why he's doing it.
Because I'm thinking maybe if he is trying to mess with him, he's probably trying to make the players think, oh, I'm not a girl. I'm going to hit this ball out of the park. In the meantime, the throw back to first to get Connor Frost out is not in time. Sharp with an inning and a third, 17 strikes, 8 balls. His ERA now goes down to 13.53 rather. As in the meantime, Drew Bristow coming up will foul that one back on the first base side. 0-1 count coming on the next one. Bristow coming up 4 for 44. That is an 0.90 batting average. 1 RBI on this season. As Sharp sets up on the mound, 0-1 count coming. Here comes the pitch. It's lined past the first baseman Conch and into shallow right. Connor Frost will round to third, and it will not even be close.
Nice save, though, by the third baseman, Parker, as that ball easily could have gone over his head into the fence, at least putting Drew Bristow over at second base. But because he stopped it there, Bristow stays at first, and Connor remains at third as Riley Frost comes up to the dish looking to drive in his brother from third base.
1 out is on the board in the bottom half of the second. Runners on first and third are Drew Bristow and Connor Frost. So an insurance run stands 90 feet away. Here comes the opening pitch of the at-bat to Riley Frost. That one misses, or rather hits him, my apologies.
I did not see it hit him. I thought it just
I didn't either.
Bouncing a block, but I guess it hit his foot or something. I have no clue what the ump saw. That's my only thought. It hit his foot. So now J.R. London coming to the plate, and this is his actual walk-up song. So
maybe that was just to get him in the zone.
I don't know what. I don't know. So J.R. London looking to drive in the runs here as he has the bases loaded and one out. He does have very good speed, so the infielders will have to be quick to try and turn a double play on him. So ground ball, even though might get one out, he could be able to beat it out at first, and the run will still score. So hopefully J.R. London can put something in the air and drive in the run, or just find any way possible as he has the bases loaded.
Sharp sets up on the mound, deals the opening pitch of the at-bat. That one goes through for a strike. 0-1 to start things off here. For the original leadoff batter, J.R. London, who is 0 for 1 on the evening. 11 for 48, counting the previous at-bat. Struck out in the last one, 229 is his batting average. 0-1 count sets from Sharp. He will deal it, and that one will be cut on and missed for strike 2. 0-2 now for JR. Bags are loaded for him, so it is crunch time for either him or Jeffcoat if, in fact, London can can avoid the strikeout is what I'm trying to go for.
Yeah, and J.R. London and Trent Jeffcoat both struck out in their first appearances here against Sharp, both on the slider as J.R. London chokes up on the bat and still swings through that one. So good changeup right there from Sharp to get J.R. London as the bags remain loaded. And now 2 outs here, so a base hit, walk, hit by a pitch. Any way that doesn't create an out is needed for the Cardinals to scratch across. Run number 3, standing at third in the form of Connor Frost. Standing at second is Drew Bristow, and at first is Riley Frost.
2 outs now on the board. Bottom of the second, runners on each base for the Cardinals. That calls up Trent Jeffcoat, who struck out in the previous one, 35 for 97. That is a 361. He faces ball on the first one. 1-0 is the count. While we take this break, we'd like to remind you that TLC Settlements is a sponsor for this evening's game. TLC Settlements is a settlement company that can handle every aspect of your real estate settlement. Their goal is to provide excellent customer service in a timely manner. We always go the extra mile and do everything in our power to make a settlement a pleasant experience as Jeffcoat lines to the right fielder Dakota Miller to retire the side. So Cardinals strand each bag, and we go into the top half of the third. Still a 2-0 ball game in the favor of the home standing Front Royal Cardinals. But again, make sure to visit our friends at TLC Settlements off of Route 40 near the intersection of Chester Street in Front Royal. We take a sideline here on the Front Royal Cardinals Radio Network. When we return, top of the third right after this.
C&C Frozen Treats is a fun place to come to experience some wacky and flavorful homemade ice cream and Italian ice. We have made hundreds of flavors and continue to strive to make new and exciting flavors every time you walk through the door. But beware if you want chocolate or vanilla, as we have a crazy rule here at the store that you must sample 3 of our wacky flavors before you can earn the right to taste chocolate and vanilla. We even put free harassment on our menu board, so you know what to expect when you walk through the door. Come experience C&C Frozen Treats. You won't regret it.
It was a code 10, hard water again. Worst part is Claire was unaware.
Hey, Culligan, our water makes my skin and hair feel like I'm 90.
Okay, are you 90?
I'm not.
Okay, secondly, how do you feel about high-efficiency water softeners from Culligan Water?
What?
And thirdly, how do you feel about smoother skin and luxurious hair?
Goodly. I feel very good about that.
That's the power of water. Stay soft, right?
You stay soft.
Good water doesn't just come to you. Oh, wait. In this case, yes, it can.
We welcome you back to David L. Warren's Field here at Bing Crosby Stadium as we go into the top half of the third. It is a 2-0 ball game in the favor of the Front Royal Cardinals, who have not scored since the bottom of the first off of a 2-run shot out to center field by JoJo Jackson. As the Express, in the meantime, will call up their 8th batter in the original lineup, Dakota Miller, playing right field Righty, 6'2", 215-pound junior out of Potomac State College, hometown of Newport, Ohio. As the first pitch will go down the strike zone. Strike one is the call from Stanhope to Dakota Miller. As Miller comes up 2 for 8 on the season, that is a .250 batting average, 1 RBI and no home runs, as he will foul that one back out of play. Hits the grandstand, 0-2 count coming to Miller on the next one. And that is our first foul ball that we can remember of that left the ballpark, like for real, that is sponsored by Sunstoppers Window Tinting. You can visit them at 626 Warren Shop in Front Royal or visit them online at sunstoppers.com. 1-2 count coming on the next one to Dakota Miller. Again, 2 for 8 on the season. That's a .250. As Stanhope sets and deals the 1-2, that will be a foul on the third base side. Bouncing ball will stay in play. The count stays as well where it was.
Stanhope working very, very quickly. I don't know if you've noticed that. He's at pitch number 33 already, but he is starting his third inning of work. The 1-2 is dealt, and that one is low and out, so 2-2.
Leadoff batter Miller facing Chase Stanhope. Sits in a 2-2 count now. As pitch number 35 coming up from Stanhope on the night, number 7 of the at-bat. That'll be lined out to right, or left rather, and drop for a base hit. I don't know why I always do that. I know which way my left and my right is, but I still always say the wrong one.
And we're facing the field, so It's like if it's hit to your left, it's left.
It's our left.
If it's hit to your right, it's right.
Right. I'm guilty of it more than anybody.
Yeah.
I mean, I know my left from my right, and I still do it. But in the meantime, Miller picks up hit number 1 on the night. I saw that. Number 3 on the season. So he will, in fact, move up from a 250 to, in fact, a 333 on the season.
This guy?
One of the last ones does, I think. Yeah. No, Garris does, if that's who you were at least trying to.
Garris is up.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. Garris. Yep. Goes to Clemson. I thought you were talking about Miller. Nope. Garris does go to Clemson. In the meantime, Garris up 8 for 27 on the season. That is a .296. 6 RBIs in the process. Runner goes from first. The play at second will not be in time as the ball was bobbled by Brennan Chisholm.
I only say, does he go to Clemson because he has the orange shin guard on and he has the purple and orange helmet on. And I think I see a C.
Yep.
Yeah, but it doesn't look like a Clemson C. So I was like, I wasn't sure, but
see, a lot of baseball programs, at least in the ACC, I don't know about any other NCAA teams, is we have a brief injury timeout.
I think the ball hit them.
Yeah.
So they're just getting them maybe ice or something.
Possibly.
I have no clue. Anyways, what?
So I know in the ACC at least, I don't know about every other NCAA program for baseball, but I know a lot of ACC schools don't use their official, or at least don't use their official athletics logos as the primary logo for their uniform. But in the meantime,
I don't know what just happened. Like,
I don't either.
Why they clocked?
I think Miller is like showing signs of strength that he's still out there. But yeah, I've noticed at least a lot of ACC schools don't use their primary or athletics logo as their primary logo for baseball. Because I know UVA doesn't use the V Saber. Instead, they'll do like Virginia in cursive.
Interesting.
On the uniforms. They will do the V Saber on the helmets and the hats, but not very common, at least with Clemson. They might do the paw like on the pants or something. Not quite sure.
Or it could be on like the hats and that's it.
Possibly, but I know they do use that specific C for baseball. They don't use it anywhere else. As they're going, or it looked that Lassie was going, or rather the first base coach was going out to recheck Miller.
He gave him one of those sliding gloves. Have you ever seen one of those?
Yeah.
He gave him one of those sliding gloves. Like maybe he jammed his finger a little bit or something like that. And that's what it was. And that's why he's putting on the sliding guard. Which, if those of you guys don't watch enough baseball, you have never seen one of those before. The little sliding glove on the hand of who's that second?
Miller.
I don't know why I was blanking.
It's all good.
I can zoom in here on the Front Row Examiner, but the little guard that he's wearing on his hand right there, that is for protection of really your fingers, so you don't jam the fingers at all when you're sliding headfirst into any base, just when you're stealing. So Miller stands at second. The 3-0 is inside, so Stanhope allows the first two guys to reach, one on a single, one on a walk. And now we get a pitching visit from Coach Clint Marsh, and with Stanhope being a reliever, and I see someone coming out of the pen. So that's going to be it for Chase Stanhope. He works 2 innings. The runners on first and second are his responsibility, but he does leave with the lead so far. And we will come back to you guys when we know who is coming in the ballgame for the Front Royal Cardinals as he looks to protect a 2-0 lead.
Your local Lindsay Chevrolet dealer of Front Royal is a proud sponsor of the Front Royal Cardinals. Your next new or pre-owned vehicle awaits you in Lindsay Chevrolet. There are many options of Chevy vehicles to help anyone find new roads. Choose Lindsay Chevrolet. You'll love it at Lindsay. Welcome to Hazard Mill Farms, located in the beautiful Appalachian foothills of Virginia. The farm offers lodging, a retreat center, and catering. We also offer a wide range of outdoor activities and recreation. Located on the banks of the Shenandoah River, we invite you to enjoy many river activities, swimming, tubing, and canoeing. We provide many options for your wedding and other events. If you want a peaceful place to relax, spend time with family, simply enjoy the beauty of the surrounding area, or host a killer event, Hazard Mill Farms is the perfect place for you. All of our rental spaces are available for your special event. Visit hazardmillfarm.com to reserve today.
And we welcome you back to David L. Wines Field here at Bing Crosby Stadium. As we resume play following the pitcher change, again, Chase Stanhope retiring after 2 complete. Couldn't get the third of the inning to go, so he will be out after 2. Gets 2 hits, no runs, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts, and faced 9 batters. As the new pitcher, Sam Huff, comes through for strike 1. Huff comes into this game with a 7.84 ERA, 10 1/3 under his belt, and 10 strikeouts. Gets strike number 1 of the at-bat to Armando Albert. As Express have runners on first and second. Here comes the 0-1. That's a bouncing ball bunt. It's fielded by Huff. The play at first is in time. It does get the runners to second and third, but it is, in fact, a play that needed to happen to avoid the bags being loaded. However, the tying run now stands on second for the Express, with the insurance run coming up now in the form of Cade Parker. Parker coming out of Gulf Coast Community College as a sophomore. Panama City Beach, Florida is where he resides. Righty, 6 foot, 185 pounds. Comes up to this at-bat 0 for 1 on the evening with a strikeout. And not much in the statistics for him in this season, as the first pitch to him is a ball as Huff sets up and will deal the 1-0. That is cut on and missed for strike number 1. 1-1 is the count now to Cade Parker in plate appearance number 2 in this evening's ball game.
The Express trying to not recreate history as the Cardinals stranded the bases loaded in the last inning with 1 out. So they're looking to not do what the Cardinals did and drive in runs here with runners on second and third and 1 out here. So still in a very, very good spot. Not the bases loaded, but you at least still have the 2 runners in scoring position. As Huff deals the 2-1. That one swung on and hit in the air to right field. Looks to be playable for JoJo Jackson and is. The runners will tag up from second and third. So JoJo Jackson throws to third base. The run scores from third. So 2-1 still in favor of the Front Royal Cardinals. but the Express do pull closer, and they have that tying run 90 feet away. So good situational hitting right there from Cody Parker as he's able to put the ball in the air and drive in the run with less than 2 outs.
That brings up the third batter in the lineup, Travis Reifsnyder, the center fielder, who is 0 for 1 on the evening, 0 for 3 on the season, so make it 0 for 4 rather on the season. 0 for 3 coming into the game. 2 outs on the board. First pitch is down the strike zone. Call it strike 1. Nothing. You want to start things off here for Reifsnyder in plate appearance number 2 in this evening's ball game. Express having a runner 90 feet away. They trail 2-1 now to the homestanding Front Royal Cardinals. Here comes the 0-1 from Huff to Reifsnyder. He will foul that one away on the third base side out of play. So that is another foul ball presented to you by Sun Stoppers Home Auto and Office Window Tinting. For more information, you can visit them online at sunstoppers.com or visit them Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. at 626 Warren Shop in Front Royal, or give them a call at 540-227-0640. Stanhope sits on the mound, got a runner on third.
Sam
Here comes thank you, Sam Huff. I was going for that, and I don't know why I said Stanhope. I guess because I thought they were similar. I don't know what goes on in my head.
I mean, they both started with an S, but
yeah. 1-2 count coming now to the batter, Reifsnyder. Watch me find a way to spin that. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch. That's line to first. Playable. Connor Frost makes the pick. He will make the tag, and that will stop the run from scoring. So 2-1 is the score as we go into the bottom half of the third inning. Cardinals still lead over the visiting Strasburg Express 2-1. Here on the Front Royal Cardinals Radio Network, we will return to you right after this.
The Front Royal Cardinals would like to thank our 2022 sponsors, the Wines Family and Wines Bookkeeping, C&C Frozen Treats, the Town of Front Royal, Warren County Government, Cedarville Rurican Club, the Knights of Columbus, Christendom College, Midway Service Center and Towing, Dominion Health and Fitness, Culligan Water, Hazards Mill Farms, the Brody Michael Foundation, Kenny Sports Shop, Woods Cove Assisted Living, Green to Ground, U.S. Inspect, Lindsay Chevrolet, TLC Settlements, Reaching Out Now, the Front Royal Little League, Concern Hotline, the Logan Myatico Foundation, and Sun Stoppers Window Tinting. Thank you for your support of Front Royal Cardinals Baseball in the 2022 season.
Welcome to Hazard Mill Farms, located in the beautiful Appalachian foothills of Virginia. The farm offers lodging, a retreat center, and catering. We also offer a wide range of outdoor activities and recreation. Located on the banks of the Shenandoah River, we invite you to enjoy many river activities, swimming, tubing, and canoeing. We provide many options for your wedding and other events. If you want a peaceful place to relax, spend time with family, simply enjoy the beauty of the surrounding area, or host a killer event, Hazard Mill Farms is the perfect place for you. All of our rental spaces are available for your special event. Visit hazardmillfarm.com to reserve today.
So the Cardinals have allowed the Express to score 1, but they still lead 2-1 going into the bottom half of the third, as the Cardinals will look to extend that after stranding everyone on base that was there. And due up for the Cardinals appears to be Christian Campbell to lead things off. Hey, I did it without tracking, and I was supposed to be doing that at the start of the game.
Hey, you said that, and I see the highlighters there for you to track it, and still hasn't happened. But
hopefully the whole run will remind me to.
Christian Campbell coming to the plate. He has scored 1 run after walking in his first plate appearance. He's only had that 1 plate appearance. He was driven in by a 2-run home run by the on-deck batter, JoJo Jackson. So Campbell looks at the ball low and away. That first inning for the Cardinals just proves that 2-out walks and leadoff walks are always comes back to hurt the pitcher no matter what, and it did in that spot as JoJo Jackson went deep after Sharp gave up the free pass to Christian Campbell, and he's up 2-0 right now looking for a base hit or or ball 3 right here, as the 2-0 is dealt and that one's outside. So 3-0 here to Christian Campbell, most likely not swinging here, as the more traditional baseball fans will like 3-0 no swing, but more modern baseball fans are okay with a 3-0 swinging, as the 3-0 is dealt inside. So ball 4 yet again to Christian Campbell, and JoJo Jackson stepping up to the plate with a runner on first, and this time nobody out instead of last time with 2.
So let's just see what JoJo can do in this one. Coming up with a little bit of a chip on his shoulder now, as he's got to redo it if he wants to make sure the Cardinals take down the Express tonight. 2-1 ball game, thanks to the man coming up to the plate now, JoJo Jackson, as his previous at-bat proved to have a little flair, fun, and fire as he bombed that one out into center field, going over the head of the center fielder for the Express. I was trying to get his first name, Travis Reifsnyder. I was going to say Trevor, and I didn't want to feel bad for saying the wrong first name because I've done that plenty of times. In the meantime, JoJo faces ball 1 on the first one, so 1-0 is the count to him. He comes up 29 for 85 coming into the game, so making it 30 for 86 on the season. Now picking up an extra couple of RBIs on that one, so 4. Or my apologies, I was looking at the home runs. 3 home runs on the season, 17 RBIs now. Sits at a 349 batting average, 1-1 coming on the next one following the previous pitch. And he is 500 against Sharp, who I think his first name is Trevor, I'm pretty sure. Yep, Trevor Sharp is on the mound, and Travis Reifsnyder is in center field. I'm trying to make sure I can remember that better. In the meantime, while I'm trying to make my little chunks of information, the throwback to first is not in time. So 1-1 remains for JoJo Jackson, who again is looking to keep his hit streak alive and hopefully for the Cardinals keep his home run streak alive as well. Sharp sets, takes a couple takes back to first, will deal the 1-1. That one misses ball 2. Count is 2-1 now to the right fielder Jackson.
On deck for the Cardinals is Noah Carter, who is behind the dish tonight instead of Brody Popple, who's getting the night off. And then after him is Brennan Chisholm, who I believe singled in his first plate appearance, but I could be wrong on that, as JoJo looks at a strike. So actually, he did not single. I now remember that. No. It was the guy after that.
Connor Frost.
Frost, that's right. So I believe Chisholm was a ground ball out to the pitcher.
Yeah.
That would make sense right now in my head. So right now, JoJo facing a 2-2 count with Christian Campbell standing over at first base. There's nobody out here in the bottom of the third.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch from Sharp. That ball will get away from the catcher, Garris. So Christian Campbell will take a steal to second as the count fills up for JoJo Jackson. 3 balls, 2 strikes, no outs down. Following him will be Noah Carter and possibly Brennan Chisholm if all goes well for the Cardinals.
Yeah, nothing that Garris could do on that one. That one was probably a 55-foot pitch in front of the plate, and those are so difficult to block. It's all just kind of lucky if you can block one that lands further out in front of the plate, and an easy 2-2 pitch for JoJo Jackson to take there, as the 3-2 to JoJo is dealt. That one swung and fouled off to the left side, so count will remain at 3-2 here, as this is, I believe, the 7th pitch of the at-bat coming up.
In fact, you are correct, as Sharp faces a 9.0 ERA. It has come down from earlier. I know earlier it was 13.53, and before that, I can't remember. I think it was 18, I think is what the number was. Anyway, payoff sets from Sharp. Takes a look back at second. Nobody home to make the play. Here comes payoff number 2. That is popped up. Looks to be playable into left. Chasing over Henry Kohler to his right. The catch will be made, so JoJo's hit streak will go down. But he still has the record of a two-run home run. So we'll see what Noah Carter can do here. Let me try not to combine words here, as I'm so good at doing as well. 1 out down in this bottom half of the third. Cardinals lead 2-1 with Christian Campbell on second. Noah Carter.
I was thinking Brennan Chisholm for a second. I thought you were going to say Christian Campbell on deck. I was like, nah.
No.
Brennan Chisholm is on deck.
Now, Noah Carter's up. Brennan Chisholm on deck. Christian Campbell on second. 1-0 count coming to Noah Carter on the next one, who is 12 for 55 coming into at-bat, or rather plate appearance, my apologies, number 2 with a 218. He's got 6 RBIs on the season, is also 500 against Sharp so far. I'm guessing that's counting this game and not previously. I'm not quite sure how that goes. Sharp sets and deals the 1-0 as he takes a look back to second. That one will go down the strike zone. Strike one is the call. 1-1 is the count. 1 out is down. Bottom half of the third, 2-1 ball game in the favor of the Front Royal Cardinals.
Yeah, Noah Carter standing like right on top of the plate there. It really looks like he could. It looked like on that last pitch he thought it was inside, but because he's standing so close, I would not be surprised if that one did cross the plate. So the check back to second base. Nobody home to make the play. So Christian Campbell still remains at second base. Noah Carter lined out to center field in his last at-bat, looking to create good contact yet again, and hopefully this one falls for a base hit as he faces a 1-1 here from Sharp.
Sharp looks back at second. Nobody home to the play, makes the 1-1 come through, and that will get Carter cutting and missing for strike 2. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes now for the catcher, Noah Carter, who is looking for hit number 1 on the night. If he can get it, it will be hit number 13 on the season out of what would be 56 at-bats at this point in time. So it's 12 for 55 on the season, counting the previous at-bat. As Sharp steps on the rubber, appears to be getting a sign. He will set up 1-2 count coming to Noah Carter. Looks back at second. Nobody home to make the play. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. That one will go down the strike zone for strike 3. Looking out, number 2 is recorded off of a Noah Carter strikeout. He picks up his first strikeout on the night on the offensive side as Sharp picks up strikeout number 4 on the night, making number 25 on the season. As that brings up Brennan Chisholm to the plate with 2 outs down. Got a runner on second. It is Christian Campbell.
Yeah, that last pitch yet again shows how close Noah Carter was standing because he thought that one was inside, but that looked across the inside part of the plate to me, and I don't think he liked the call, but I think he was just trying to sell it that he knew it was strike 3, and he was just standing too close to the plate and thought that was going to hit him and then cross the plate for strike 3. So hopefully Brennan Chisholm can change the narrative and drive in the run. Christian Campbell standing over at second with 2 outs.
Sharp takes a look back at second, sets up, deals the opening pitch of the at-bat. That one goes through for a strike to Brennan Chisholm. 0-1 is the count for plate appearance number 2 on the evening. He is 0 for 1 on the evening. Sits at a 130 batting average, 6 for 46, as Sharp looked to deal it, but turned around and made a look back at second. Nobody was home to make the play back there. So 0-1 is the count. 2 outs down on the board. Sharp looks back at second, deals the 0-1 to Chisholm. That one misses ball 1. So the count evens now, down count 1-1 to Brennan Chisholm, who's looking for hit number 1 on the night, make it number 7 on the season.
And Christian Campbell getting a very healthy secondary lead over there at second. So a base hit will probably score him if they could put it in the outfield, as he has good speed. That one's fouled back, so the count will go to 1-2. But Campbell, after a secondary lead, probably halfway down the line, so a base hit will most likely score him unless it's a roasted one-hopper to the outfielder, and even then, Campbell might be able to score.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Sharp sets up on the mound, took a quick look back to second before receiving the sign now. Sets up on the mound. Looks back at second, nobody home. Here comes the 1-2. That is popped up, playable into left, chasing up Henry Kohler, who will make the catch and retire the side. So we've played through 3 complete at Bing Crosby Stadium. 2-1 ball game going into the top half of the fourth. Following Brendan Chisholm will be Connor Frost, Drew Bristow, and Riley Frost. As we take a break going into the top half of the fourth, Cardinals 2, Express 1.
TLC Settlements is a proud sponsor of the 2022 Cardinals. When buying, selling, or refinancing your investment, TLC Settlements, LLC believes that every transaction is important, no matter how big or how small. The trustworthy team of Tracy, Lucy, and Christy bring 55-plus years experience in the industry. We are dedicated to and take pride in the service that we give to each and every customer. Although we do many closings each month, every closing is very important to us. Our service speaks for itself at TLC Settlements. Midway Service Center and Towing is a proud sponsor of the Cardinals. Located at 514 North Commerce Avenue in Front Royal, just under a mile from Bing Crosby Stadium, Midway Service Center and Towing provides auto mechanic work. We do things from oil changes to engine repairs, towing, tire rotations, mechanic work, Virginia State inspections, and more. Come see the friendly folks at Midway Service Center and Towing weekdays from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. or call 540-636-9128. Midway Service Center and Towing, voted the best auto towing company in the Northern Virginia Daily's 2022 Best of Front Royal and Warren County.
And welcome you back to David L. Wines Field here at Bing Crosby Stadium as the Express look to take the lead for the first time in this game going into the fourth inning. Cam Klotch, the man called up for the Express, playing first base and lefty 6'4", 200-pound junior out of ECU, hometown Mooresville, North Carolina. The first one will be fouled away for strike one. Count is 0-1 as Huff sets and deals strike two down the alley. 0-2 is the count to the leadoff batter, Cam Klotch, who is 0 for 1 on the evening. Sits at a 264, 23 for 87. That one is popped up, playable into left, chasing over Drew Bristow. He will make the catch in left field. Out number one is recorded as Cam Klotch goes down 0 for 2. As that brings up Zane Denton to the plate, a designated hitter this evening, switch hitting righty thrower, 6 foot, 205-pound senior out of the University of Tennessee, hometown of Brentwood, Tennessee, sits 13 for 64 on the evening. That's a 203 batting average, 3 home runs in 19 RBIs this season. As the first pitch appears to be fouled, it is. Strike one is the call. 0-1 to start things off here for Zane Denton in plate appearance number 2, looking to make some action here as his team is down 2-1 to the homestanding Cardinals. As Huff sets on the mound, 0-1 count coming from him. Here comes the pitch. That one is popped into right, drops for a base hit. JoJo played a little far out. He will make the scoop up as Denton is held at first. So it is a single on behalf of Zane Denton. It is hit number 1 on the night. Mega number 14 on the season. He goes 1 for 2. As Henry Kohler comes up to the plate.
Down batting, number 5. Happy birthday, Hank Kohler.
Henry Kohler coming up 1 for 1. It apparently is his birthday, according to what Harold just said. But Point Streak says his birthday is May 5th, so somebody's not right here.
I don't know.
It's like, I mean, I can double check it and just see, but
no,
it says May 5th. I don't know. I don't know if it is your birthday, Henry Kohler. Our apologies if we're doubting you, but Point Streak is not lining up with what our announcer is telling us. 1-0 is lined, hits Huff in the back. He will pick the ball up, make the play at first, not in time though, as it goes over the head of Connor Frost. He will dive in the outfield to pick that ball up. So that will allow runners to advance to second and third. So count it a double, not statistics-wise, but
I think single and then a error that allowed him to advance.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it.
I missed the beginning of the play, so I don't know if it would be a error or not. I don't think it would be. I think it would be considered a hit and then an error.
Yeah, I'd say hit error, but he's standing on second, so if you want to counter double, I mean, go ahead, but that's not exactly what happened. But in the meantime, it's second and third now for the Express with one out down. They call up Tommy Tavares, playing second base this evening. Righty, 6 foot, 175-pound sophomore out of Pitt, hometown of Brooklyn, New York. Standing on second is Henry Kohler. On third is Zane Denton. One out on the board. Huff sets up after receiving the sign from his catcher, Carter. He will deal the pitch. That one is popped up into left. Looks to be playable by Bristow or Frost. Frost makes the catch for out number 2. Zane Denton stays where he is on third. So out number 2 is recorded. As that brings up Dakota Miller, the right fielder. Righty, 6'2", 215-pound junior out of Potomac State College, hometown Newport, Ohio.
26, Dakota Miller.
Yeah, I was just looking up for the Winchester Royals Percival game, and it said it got rescheduled.
Are you serious?
Yeah, so I don't know.
How did it get rescheduled again?
I have no clue. Maybe it rained, but my assumption would be that if the Cardinals win this game, they're just not going to play that one because
true.
I guess they're looking to see if the Cardinals win this one to see whether or not Winchester has to play after having to, quote, reschedule.
Yeah, I do understand that. But at
as
this
well
point,
as Percival trying to save pitchers or
right, they're playing tomorrow. Like,
there's no way that they're going to reschedule the game. I'd assume they're just going to call it.
No, win or lose, there's no way.
There's no difference either. Like, Percival's going to be the third seed, and then Winchester's going to be out of the playoffs, and it's going to be the front row Cardinals either way, whether or not the Cardinals win, whether or not the Cardinals lose, whether or not Winchester wins, whether or not Winchester loses. So, I don't understand.
What the executives here have been telling us is there's no extension to the season.
Yeah, from here on out, there's no extension.
They've been saying that before Monday was supposed to be played. Like, they were saying Saturday, they said this game is going to be iffy on Monday because they weren't sure that we would play this game today, and we got word Sunday morning, the day after.
Yes, it was yesterday.
So yeah, yesterday morning
at some point. Yeah,
I heard probably around 9 o'clock that this game was being scheduled for today, which kind of shocked me, to be honest. I mean, yes, it's good to get this game in because why not at this point? As Miller in the meantime faces 1-2, fouls that one, count stays where it is, 2 outs down. But at some point, you've got to have a moment where you say, do we really need to reschedule when playoffs are officially set for tomorrow and you can't reschedule the game? There's no point.
These teams have already tried to make up so many games.
Exactly. In the last 2
recently,
weeks.
Yeah. Just because of rainouts and everything.
Right.
And bad weather. I know that at Winchester you can't play with the lights, and that one is foul tipped and into the glove of Noah Carter. So strike number 3 is recorded. And the Strasburg Express strand runners on second and third to end the inning. With 1 out and second and third, the Express do not scratch across a run. So it's still 2-1 front row Cardinals as we head into the bottom of the 4th inning. So we will see you on the other side on the Front Row Cardinals radio network on Stretch Internet and the Front Row Examiner live YouTube page.
I'm J.D. Howler, President and CEO of U.S. Inspect Group, the country's largest home inspection company. We operate nationally across 24 MSAs, and our 30-year-old brand has delivered 3 million inspections. The best real estate brokerages in the country love us because we help their real estate agents get deals closed faster, and we protect their customers. We have a proven business model and positive EBITDA. With new investors, new management, new board, and new products, our mission is to make home inspections as simple and painless as ordering an Uber.
This message is brought to you by US Inspect. For more information, find them online at usinspect.com.
C&C Frozen Treats is a fun place to come to experience some wacky and flavorful homemade ice cream and Italian ice. We have made hundreds of flavors and continue to strive to make new and exciting flavors every time you walk through the door. But beware if you want chocolate or vanilla, as we have a crazy rule here at the store that you must sample 3 of our wacky flavors before you can earn the right to taste chocolate and vanilla. We even put free harassment on our menu board, so you know what to expect when you walk through the door. Come experience C&C Frozen Treats. You won't regret it.
Coming to you from the bottom half of the fourth at David Wines Field at Bing Crosby Stadium. We sit 2-1 between the Front Royal Cardinals and the Strasburg Express. Cardinals leading and haven't given the lead up just yet. Have held the lead since the bottom half of the first. A 2-run home run given by the Express to JoJo Jackson. There's a 2-run shot over the center field wall. That for the Cardinals brought Christian Campbell in with it as he was standing on first. And as play resumes, it'll be Connor Frost followed by Drew Bristow and Riley Frost. Those little highlights that I've been making really are helping me right now. Wish I would have been doing it for the whole season. In the meantime, after I kick myself for that, Connor Frost coming up 1 for 1 on the evening, sits at a 153 on the season, counting the at-bat from earlier. As Sharp sets on the mound and deals the opening pitch of the frame. That one misses, ball 1. Count is 1-0 to start things off for Connor Frost in plate appearance number 2, making the hit number 11 on the season. 11 for 72 now. Again, that is a 153, so his batting average has gone up as he faces ball 2 on the next one. His batting average has gone up from a 140 that he started the evening with. 6 RBIs out of his now 11 hits. So Sharp sets. 2-0 coming. Here comes the pitch. That one looks to be downstairs. That ball had a lot of speed to it. So ball 3 is the call. So 3-0 is the count for the leadoff batter. And did they call that a strike?
No. Oh, did they?
I
thought it was low. I didn't see a call. I mean, it says 2-1 on the scoreboard, but I thought it was
I can see. No, it was a strike. His point streak says it too. So
Okay.
that got him 2-1. Now
No. The ump just said 3-1, so it's 3-1. It's 3-1.
Okay, so point trick failed me again.
Something went wrong.
Okay, so I'm guessing that because the umpire went like this, he held his hand up in the air, so maybe they thought that was a strike signal?
Maybe, I have no clue.
I mean, I don't know either. 3-1 is the count. Here comes the pitch. That one will go down as a strike. Count fills 3-2. That one is a strike signal with the outstretched finger of the home plate umpire to his right. So 3-2 is the count for the leadoff batter for the frame. Connor Frost looking to keep his hit streak alive at 1 for 1 so far. Hit number 11, possibly hit number 12 on this one. Here comes the payoff from Sharp. And that one will go downstairs. I was about to say, wait a minute, where's the call? So he will take a 90-foot walk of fame. His hit streak stays where it is. Doesn't add to it, though, unfortunately enough for him, but at least getting the walk is better than getting the strikeout right now as he's looking to capitalize on what he's got so far as Drew Bristow comes up to the plate. The left fielder, righty, 5'9", 175-pound senior out of the University of North Carolina, Asheville. Were people booing him, or was that just me hearing that?
I don't know.
I mean, I can understand if it's Strasburg people, because I know there's some.
Maybe they're saying Drew, but
maybe
like an extended Drew. I don't know.
Because I know on Saturday there were some Strasburg fans sitting in the reserved seats, like the chairback seats here at Bing Crosby Stadium. So if they were boozing their Strasburg fans down there, I understand why, as the first pitch to him is missed for ball 1. But if they were Cardinals players, I'm like, is that a little bit of beef on the team, or are they just doing that as a joke, or is it Drew instead of Boo, or I don't know. All's fair in love and war, and all fun and games. As Sharp sets up on the mound, 0-1 coming, he will pop that one into left center, looks to drop, and it will. It is a base hit that will get Connor Frost to third, and it will get Bristow to second. Make it hit number 2 on the night, number 6 on the season. Out of 46 at-bats, hitting 6 of them.
That was a risky risky read there by Connor Frost because that ball didn't land by much. If one of those guys tried to make a diving attempt at it and made the play, Connor Frost would have been done really easily and doubled off at first. But it did fall, so Riley Frost coming up to the plate with first and third and nobody out here in the bottom of the fourth inning as the Cardinals look to extend on their 2-1 lead right now. Sharp deals the 0-0 to Riley Frost, and that one's over for a strike.
There are no outs on the board in this bottom half of the fourth. Cardinals lead 2-1 in the score, 4-3 in the hit column. They've got Connor Frost standing 90 feet away from adding an extra little bit of padding to their lead. As Sharp sets up, looks back to first, will make the 0-1 come. That one will go out of play on the first base side, and that is another one sponsored by Sunstoppers, as that, I believe, went right into the hands of a fan on the first or second row.
Make a play.
Great catch out there by the fan in the stands.
So nonchalant about it, too.
No
I mean,
kidding.
so humble.
I don't even think he had a glove on. He just made the catch barehanded.
Well, most people don't really come to the games here with a glove.
Yeah.
Unless you're seeing stuff I'm not, I don't really see many fans bring gloves as the 0-2 is over for a strike, and Frost strikes out there without a swing. So J.R. London coming to the plate, looking to come back as he struck out the first 2 times coming to the plate, looking to change that as he comes in with 1 out and first and third. But you were saying?
I'm just going to pass whatever sound just came out of Harold John's mouth.
No, that was the music. That was the music.
Oh, it was the music. Okay,
Yeah.
I was about to say, wait a minute. I did not know he could go that high with his voice. But I have seen some Little League players come in with gloves, at least in uniform nonetheless.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if they just come from a game as London tries to bunt, but misses the opportunity. I believe they call it a foul. They do. 0-1 is the count. 1 out, down now, bottom of the fourth. 2-1 ball game in the favor of the Cardinals. They've got one standing 90 feet away in the form of Connor Frost. But besides little kids and little leaguers, I don't see many other people bring gloves. And the person out there who made that catch at least looked to be way older than a little leaguer, so not quite sure if they have a glove with them or not. But it wasn't used as London drives that one into center. Bring home Connor. It is an RBI single for J.R. London. That brings it to 3-1 for the Cardinals as Connor Frost crosses home plate. J.R. London makes it to first off of a base hit RBI, and I'm upset that I can't come up with a catchphrase for it.
I'm not. Anyways, so the Strasburg Express coach is coming out here for a pitching visit to Trevor Sharp, as that is the 3rd run he's allowed, and I would not be surprised to see a call of a bullpen. And speaking of bullpens, I know that the Cardinals have 2 guys going out there right now. One of them being Jackson Arnold, I saw warming up, but I cannot see who the guy throwing there right now is, as Jeffcoat will either face Sharp or face a new pitcher if they take out Sharp here. With runners on first and second and 1 out, the Cardinals looking to extend their lead as they've already scored 1 on the J.R. London hit that just occurred, and on the JoJo Jackson 2-run home run, which happened in the first inning, as the Cardinals lead this one 3-1 right now over the Strasburg Express.
My guess is he's going to keep Sharp in as long as he's been out there. But
One long conversation.
I know, because the umpire has to go out and break that up. So it does as we go to the Jeopardy theme tune. I lost my train of thought there.
I have no clue.
Sharp stay out on the mound for the Express. Trent Jeffco. I'm sorry, that just made me lose my train of thought. I'm laughing more at that than the actual song there. In the meantime, Trent Jeffco coming up 0 for 2 on the evening, 35 for 98. That is a 357, 13 RBIs so far this season. As the 0-0 comes in and misses ball 1 is the call. 1-0 count coming to Jeffcoat on the next one. 1 out on the board, bottom of the fourth. 3-1 ball game now in the favor of the Cardinals. Off of a J.R. London RBI into shallow center that brought Connor Frost home. As Sharp sets on the mound. Got 3 1/3 under his belt, 41 strikes, 25 balls. His ERA sits at 8.11 as Jeffcoat pops that one almost in the exact same spot, maybe a little bit farther back, and they will hold all of the runners. Drew Bristow will stand at third. J.R. Lunnon at second. Trent Jeffcoat standing at first. Not an RBI, unfortunately for him, but it is a hit nonetheless. So he gets on the board now, sitting 1 for 3 now on first, as Christian Campbell comes up to the plate, who is looking for his first statistical at-bat of the game. He's been walked both times that he's been up. So in plate appearance number 3, he sits 0 for 0.
Yeah, and JoJo Jackson on deck already with a home run, and just missed a home run in his second at-bat, as it was a medium-deep fly ball left field. So the pitcher, Trevor Sharp, does not want to face JoJo Jackson with a lot of runners on base. So hopefully, for his sake, he can get out of this inning right here with a double play, as Campbell looks at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1.
Sharp sets up on the mound, deals the 0-1 pitch to Christian Campbell. That's lined out foul on the right side. Just barely misses Dakota Miller by around 5-ish feet, 10-ish feet at the most. So 0-2 is the count now for Christian Campbell, who is faces one out down in this bottom half of the fourth. His team leads 3-1 over the visiting Strasburg Express. Runners occupy each base for the Cardinals. And with possibly one more batter coming up, at least one more run should score for the Cardinals. At least everyone's hoping for, or a lot of Cardinals are hoping for a run to come in. As Sharp sets 0-2 coming. Here comes the pitch. That one is lined up into center. Looks to be playable by Reif Snyder. It will not matter, as Drew Bristow will make the advance to home, and J.R. Lennon will round to home off of a missed throw. Jeffcoat rounding to third. He will eventually turn back halfway through. Now he'll go back to third. They've got him in a mess. Jeffcoat going back. Now he turns back around. And when will this play? And they've still got him. Now they've tagged him. So it will be 3 outs, but 2 runs come in before that. So Jeffcoat distracting the Express there. At least 6 of the Express were on the second to third baseline, as out number 3 is recorded off of a very close tag, or a tag very close to third base. So Jeffcoat almost made it back. But the score now stands 5-1 as we have played through 4 complete. We go into the top of the 5th, my apologies, as the Cardinals, following Christian Campbell, will call up their cleanup hitter, JoJo Jackson. So following Jackson will be Noah Carter and Brendan Chisholm for the 3 due up in the bottom half of the 5th. In the meantime, we'll take a break here on the Front Row Cardinals Radio Network. We're going to return to you. It'll be the top half of the 5th as the Express look to add to their score.
Woods Cove Assisted Living has been working with families for over 15 years to offer quality care to patients who need additional support. We concentrate on working with our residents in need of this kind of support and delivering health care and other essential services in the solace of their new home. Our demonstrated track record of providing improved quality of life for our residents is evident in the satisfaction our families feel and the contentment our residents experience daily. We focus on quality health care that is family-centered and involve you, their family, in their health care plan. We understand that the services we provide should reflect the care a family member would afford our residents. Contact us at 540-636-6611 or visit us at 201 West Kreiser Road in Front Royal. At Woods Cove, your family is our family.
Your local Lindsay Chevrolet dealer of Front Royal is a proud sponsor of the Front Royal Cardinals. Your next new or pre-owned vehicle awaits you in Lindsay Chevrolet. There are many options of Chevy vehicles to help anyone find new roads. Choose Lindsay Chevrolet. You'll love it at Lindsay.
And we welcome you back to David L. Wines Field here at Bing Crosby Stadium as Sam Huff is taken out in the middle of the frame. Got it right this time. As I said, Stanhope for some reason earlier. My brain went in 2 different directions. Huff retired after 2 complete, giving up a hit, no runs, and 1 strikeout, facing 8 batters. In his place is the hometown kid, Jackson Arnold, right-handed pitcher, 6'2", 190-pound junior out of Emory and Henry College, hometown of Linden, Virginia, has an 0-2 count coming to the batter, Garris. So we will take a look at what Jackson Arnold can do. 0-2 coming. That one misses downstairs, ball one. Count 1-2 now, coming from Jackson Arnold, who comes into this game with an 8.31 ERA, 4 1/3 under his belt, 3 strikeouts on the season. Pitch number 4 of the night for him. Coming up, it is a 1-2. And here it comes. That one's upstairs, ball 2. Count now evens down to down count 2-2. And I don't know if I've told you this, Matthew, but last year he was offered a position like you as a play-by-play or color. Yeah, because obviously he has played baseball and he currently still plays baseball. And he's apparently done it previously. I think he did it 2019 from what I think he told me. Of course, not in 2020 due to the foregone season. But I think I did realize it was him after going back and watching, like, oh, yeah, that I can tell that's him. And he did do a pretty good job at the color, too. So going from a 1-2 now to a payoff, here comes the pitch that has popped up, playable into right, looks to go into foul territory. It will. No, it will not, as JoJo makes the catch. My apologies, I read that just a little bit wrong there. So out number 1 is recorded, out to number 9 in the book, JoJo Jackson. And, oh, man, I wish you got that on camera. JoJo points up to the air and then does this. Just about out of frame of the camera. Unfortunately, I wish we had a wide-angle camera, too. That'd be so much easier to pick up the right or the left and right fielders.
One on each side and then just kind of...
Possibly, yeah.
We could do a three cameras at once. Or
like ESPN does that I hate. Because you can't see the main game that much.
Yeah, sometimes I don't like when they do these weird angles. And it's just like, I can understand if there's a play going that way, but if there's no play, just leave it at the main angle because that's the best way to see the game straight on.
Or what I hate that they'll do is, and Alex has mentioned this, is going down and interviewing people during the game, like coaches and players. Like, unless they're not playing, don't interview them. Like,
coaches, I think, are a little bit different because they're also still trying to coach the game.
Right, they are.
Players that aren't in it, they throw an earpiece
like
in and just talk to them or something like that.
Like, they brought some of the pitchers that aren't going to be playing for a little bit. They brought them up. That's fine, but, like, don't interrupt the coach.
Yeah.
Like, ESPN's done that for years, and I've never liked it. Like, unless it's like a game that doesn't matter, like an all-star game or like a preseason or an exhibition game.
They do that a lot in the all-star games or the spring training or something like that.
That's fine because those games don't count. It's the regular season games and the postseason games where it gets me. And I'm like, I don't want that to happen. Let them coach. They get paid to coach, not to get interviewed while they coach. In the meantime, after my little TED talk there, Armando Albert comes up to the play. Oh, no, I'm sorry. He just left. It's Parker coming up. Thank you.
Albert struck out on a fastball on the outside corner, so Jackson Arnold picks up his first strikeout of the evening, his 4th of the season, as he's up 0-1, and that one's dribbled down the first base line, but that one gets fouled, so count will go to 0-2. But back to what you were saying, I totally agree. I don't like when they do the position players in the middle of the regular season games or playoff games. I can understand pitchers that just pitched the day before or something like that. That's fine.
Or aren't slated to pitch.
And then sometimes the coaches, like, I can understand it, but at the same time, especially here with only 2 coaches, if you take one away and now you're leaving the other one to coach by himself for however long you're with them, a half an inning or whatever it is.
Right.
But even still, in the MLB, you're still leaving all the other coaches to coach for a half an inning or even a full inning. So if it's not the all-star game or something like that, I don't think you really should be trying to interview coaches in the middle of a game. As the 1-2 is pitched and bounced to third, Christian Campbell makes a play. The throw on the first is in time. So out number 3 is recorded. A quick 1-2-3 inning for Jackson Arnold. We will go into the bottom of the 5th inning. Cardinals up 5-1 over the Strasburg Express. As we thank you for listening and watching live on the Front Row Cardinals Radio Network, on the Front Row Examiner, and Stretch Internet Radio Network.
Midway Service Center and Towing is a proud sponsor of the Cardinals. Located at 514 North Commerce Avenue in Front Royal, just under a mile from Bing Crosby Stadium, Midway Service Center and Towing provides auto mechanic work. We do things from oil changes to engine repairs, towing, tire rotations, mechanic work, Virginia State inspections, and more. Come see the friendly folks at Midway Service Center and Towing weekdays from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. or call 540-636-9128. Midway Service Center and Towing, voted the best auto towing company in the Northern Virginia Daily's 2022 Best of Front Royal and Warren County.
You're listening to Cardinals Baseball on StretchInternet.com and the Royal Examiner, affiliates of the Front Royal Cardinals radio network.
Green 2 Ground Electrical is a proud sponsor of the Front Royal Cardinals. Green to Ground is a Class A electrical contractor serving the Shenandoah Valley in Northern Virginia region. Building relationships since 2019 by being reliable, dependable, and trustworthy. Offering both residential and commercial services, no job is too big for our team to handle. We are a licensed and insured company, serving customers peace of mind, one circuit at a time.
I'm J.B. Howler, President and CEO of U.S. Inspect Group, the country's largest home inspection company. We operate nationally across 24 MSAs, and our 30-year-old brand has delivered 3 million inspections. The best real estate brokerages in the country love us because we help their real estate agents get deals closed faster, and we protect their customers. We have a proven business model and positive EBITDA. With new investors, new management, new board, and new products, our mission is to make home inspections as simple and painless as ordering an Uber.
This message is brought to you by US Inspect. For more information, find them online at usinspect.com.
And we welcome you back to David L. Wines Field here at Bing Crosby Stadium as JoJo Jackson will lead things off here for the Cardinals in this bottom half of the fifth inning. Following JoJo Jackson, the following two due up for him will be the fifth batter in the lineup, Noah Carter, and the sixth batter in the lineup, Brennan Chisholm, as we will almost get set and ready to resume play here as the Strasburg catcher on the evening, Reed Garris, will go out to the new pitcher, Billy Rozakis, Rozakis,
There's a 100% chance you are botching that. But
I say 150. I'm going to go Rozakis because that sounds funny. Well, no, it doesn't sound funny. It sounds cool. In the meantime, here comes the opening pitch of the at-bat. That one misses ball one. 1-0 is the count from Rozakis to JoJo Jackson, who is 1 for 2 on the evening. 30 for 87. As the 1-0 comes in, he will pop and foul that one back to the backstop padding. 1-1 is the count as Jackson comes up to the plate with a .345 batting average. 3 home runs on the season, 2 coming into the game. 15 RBIs coming into the game, make it 17 now off of the 2 runs that he procured in himself and Christian Campbell in the bottom of the first. As Rozakis gets assigned, sets up on the mound, and deals the 1-1 to Jackson. That'll be popped. Bouncing ball. The play is at short. Albert making the throw to the first baseman, Klotch, in time for out number 1. JoJo Jackson going down at first. That brings up Noah Carter, who is 0 for 2 on the evening with a strikeout, sitting at a .214 batting average coming into plate appearance number 3.
Noah Carter.
And they will have another meeting between pitcher and catcher. Rozakis and Garris will meet, this time briefly, as Garris now goes back. And my apologies if you can hear our DJ singing along. But, hey, you got to have a little fun every now and again.
Has to. Yeah, you got to.
Especially when the pitcher and catcher are meeting after every couple of pitches. Oh, me. In the meantime, Noah Carter coming up 0 for 2 on the evening as the first pitch to him from Rozakis comes in and misses for ball 1. Count is 1-0 to start things off here for Noah Carter. Plate appearance number 3 on the night, looking for hit number 13 on the season out of what would then be 50, or what would now be 56 My apologies, 57 at-bats if he can get it on this one as Roseka sets and deals the 1-0. That one is pop bouncing ball past the pitcher. The play is made from Albert to first in time to Cam Clutch for out number 2. So 2 straight plays going to short, although that one could have possibly been stopped by Roseka on the mound, but it didn't. It went underneath his glove. However, out number 2 is recorded by the Express as Brennan Chisholm, the last of the 3 original due-up, comes up to the plate 0 for 2 on the evening with a 128 batting average. So Rosakis gets a sign, sets up on the mound, 2 outs. Here comes the pitch. That one will go down the strike zone as a looking strike number 1. Nothing. I want to start things off here for Brennan Chisholm. And plate appearance number 3, he is 6 for 47. Again, a 128 batting average. Here comes the 0-1. That one misses ball 1. Count now evens now down. Count 1-1 for Chisholm, who is playing second this evening. Rosakis sets back on the mound. Gets his sign. 1-1 count coming. 2 outs down, bottom of the 5th. Here comes the pitch. That one goes down as well as a ball. Ball number 2 on the count. 2-1 count, 2 outs down, bottom of the 5th. 5-1 ball game in the favor of the Front Royal Cardinals, as Brennan Chisholm is the man at the plate. Here comes the 2-1 from Rosakis. That one misses ball 3, so the count now goes up for Chisholm even more. 3 balls and a strike. So Rosakis sets on the mound, 3-1 coming here. It comes. That one goes down the strike zone. We'll fill the count now at 3 balls and 2 strikes. And just a quick reminder, the Cardinals are getting to the postseason no matter what now. Last night we weren't necessarily sure, but with the postponement between Purcellville and Winchester, that most likely won't be made up as Chisholm is called out on strikes. So he will go down. And that is the first, I believe, 1-2-3 inning of the game for the Express to give defensively to the Cardinals. But if you don't have any plans, come on out to Bing Crosby Stadium on Wednesday as the Cardinals will host Woodstock in playoff action. And they did make the playoffs last year, so it's a good thing that the Cardinals are getting back into the playoffs here at Bing Crosby Stadium. So we won't take a sideline here, but just a reminder, come on out on Wednesday. If you can't make it, get on the Front Royal Cardinals radio network on Wednesday. But don't leave yet, as we've got more baseball to play here at Bing Crosby Stadium. We'll return to you right after this.
What makes a place great? Is it an incredible landscape, unique in the world, carved over the eons into rolling mountains and gentle valleys? Is it the rivers that sing and shout and flow into breathtaking chasms? Is it the trails that lead over hills and to the edges of beautiful views? Is it the natural places and things, big and small, and the outdoor places that people have enjoyed for generations? Or is it the people themselves, the people who've turned this land into an inviting refuge for art and culture and festivals and celebrations of all the things that make life great? The people who make food grown fresh and served with creativity and care, who make wine and beer and donuts from scratch. People who have shown travelers from all over the world all of the things there are to do and see and experience. What if greatness wasn't one of these things, or even a few of these things, but all of them together?
This message is brought to you by Warren County Government.
And we welcome you back to David L. Wines Field here at Bing Crosby Stadium as Jackson Arnold will be giving the pitches to Travis Reif-Snyder, the leadoff batter for the frame for the Express. Faces 1-0 on the first one now, 2-0 on this one coming up. Reif-Snyder coming up 0 for 2 on the evening, make it 0 for 5 on the season. As Arnold sets on the mound, Reif-Snyder sets in the left-handed batter's box. Will deal the 2-0. That one is cut on and missed. Call it strike one. Count is 2-1 now for the leadoff batter, Reif-Snyder.
We'll have to say we have to appreciate the sky here. It's very, 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 very nice. It's like a purplish red.
It's definitely beautiful.
It's really, really nice. That's all I have to add.
2-1 coming. That is fouled off. So count now goes 2-2 for Reif-Snyder. Following Reif-Snyder will be Clonch and Denton for the three that are knowingly due up for the Express here in this frame. So Arnold getting his sign from Noah Carter. 2-2 count coming from him. Here comes the pitch. That one goes down looking. Call it strike number 3. Jackson Arnold picking up number 2 on the night. Number 5 on this season. And that will call up the cleanup batter in the lineup, Cam Clonch. As we stay at a 5-1 ball game, 1 out down top of the 6th. In the Cardinals' favor, Arnold sets and deals. That one is popped up, playable into left, chasing over Drew Bristow back towards the wall. He will make the catch.
No,
my apologies, he dropped it. Well, he played it off, though. Looked like he made that catch, but he didn't, unfortunately for him, as Clonch rounds to second.
Yeah, and Arnold hasn't gotten many innings so far this year for the Cardinals, but he's looked good so far in the 1 1/3 innings that he's pitched in this ball game. He gives up, I think that was his first hit so far.
I think
he went 1, 2, 3 in the first inning that he pitched, and
yeah, that was his first hit.
That's the first hit he's given up. So he's pitched well so far.
On pitch number 20.
Yeah, it's been efficient too.
And yes, he does have an 8.31 ERA, but only out of 4 1/3. That's not terrible. I mean, not playing last year, which I'm guessing he did have or maybe possibly had the opportunity. I'm not quite sure. But if he didn't, then, I mean, coming into this league that he's so familiar with his parents, but coming in and playing is a different thing. Because you can see one thing as a spectator when you've played baseball, but playing for the organization you've watched, most likely growing up, it's probably a lot of weight on his shoulder. So an 8.31 ERA out of 4 1/3 is definitely not bad.
No, I mean, I'm trying to think in my head as that one gets away from Carter. So going to third is going to be Cam Clonch with Zane Deaton at the plate looking to drive him in. But I'm just trying to think that might be one or maybe 2 or 3 earned runs so far given up by Jackson Arnold this year with that ERA. I'm not 100% on that, and we can check the stats. But
I can check my stats.
Let's see here. Arnold has given up 4 earned runs. So 4 earned runs in 4 1/3. That's not bad at all. I feel like he's definitely pitched well enough to earn more innings, and especially with playoffs coming and some of the pitchers being shut down due to the inning limits that their college coaches set on them, he definitely will get more time in the playoffs as he walks the batter right there. So it's first and third with 1 out here, and up to the plate for the Express is number 34, Graham Crawford, who's pinch hitting for someone.
Number 34, Graham.
That before him was Denton. So pinching for the 6th batter, Henry Kohler, as Graham Crawford. It says Henry Kohler is still up, but obviously you and I both know, as well as Harold Chun announced, that's not true. There it goes. Graham Crawford coming into this game 8 for 61 with a 131 batting average, 5 RBIs out of his 8 at-bats. Oh, my apologies, 8 hits, rather. As the 2-0 coming in goes through for a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike now to Graham Crawford, who was a switch-hitting righty thrower, 6 foot, 190-pound senior out of the University of Southern Mississippi. hometown Hattiesburg, Mississippi. 2-1 coming in. He will pop that one into left center. Looks to drop. No, it will not. The catch will be made by Drew Bristow, as the runner will be held at third. Cam Klotch standing at third. What a throw from the outfield, Drew Bristow, to make sure the runner Klotch stayed where he was and to record that second out without scoring an extra run.
And Clint Marsh coming out, I think, to take Jackson Arnold out of this ballgame, or at least talk to him to see how comfortable he is trying to finish this inning, as he has first and third with 2 outs here. He has a 4-run cushion, but that could go away very, very quickly with a base hit. It could easily turn to 3 runs, or even a double could turn to a 2-run ball game. As coming up for the Strasburg Express is Tommy Tavares, as he looks to extend the lead, shorten the lead for the Cardinals right here, as Jackson Arnold is left out there after a meeting with Clint Marsh, as he needs one more out to get out of this inning.
And speaking of one more out to get out of this inning, if he does get the out, as the first pitch to Tavares is fouled back, 0-1 is the count. But if Jackson Arnold does finish this inning, he will have pitched 2 complete. And that might be a little bit of a nail-biter for him, as every other pitcher that's come before him has pitched 2 innings. So not quite sure, as he gets that one to cut and miss to Tavares. Strike number 2 on the board of the at-bat. 0-2 count, 2 outs down, top of the 6th, 5-1 ball game in the favor of the Cardinals here. But back to what I was saying, he's hoping to continue his work here, as every other pitcher coming before him, the starting pitcher Stanhope and Huff coming in for him, as that's popped up, playable into foul territory, Carter losing it. And the play obviously isn't made, as Carter couldn't find the ball. He lost it, I'm going to guess, in the lights, or at least didn't see it
right away.
Yeah, didn't see it in general.
Sometimes with those catcher pop-ups, if you don't see it right away, you're not going to see it at all.
Right,
so.
yeah. And that's got to be the hardest thing the catcher can do, besides having to avoid getting hit by a wild pitch or a foul tip off the bat, is trying to find the plays that look easy. And,
they are certainly not.
Oh, yeah, I was getting ready to say, as that one is got through for strike number 3. I know that grammar wasn't beautiful, but oh well, we're going to go with it. Strike number 3, out number 3, runner stranded on base. We take a sideline here on the Front Row Cardinals Radio Network, as Tommy Tavares will go down on strikes, and coming up following him will be Dakota Miller to lead things off, rounding around to Reed Garrison, ending up in the top, or the 3-2 up, my apologies, Armando Albert. But going back into the frame, we will lead off things with Connor Frost in the bottom half of the 6th for the Cardinals. Back with you on the Front Royal Cardinals Radio Network right after this.
Green 2 Ground Electrical is a proud sponsor of the Front Royal Cardinals. Green to Ground is a Class A electrical contractor serving the Shenandoah Valley and Northern Virginia region. Building relationships since 2019 by being reliable, dependable, and trustworthy. Offering both residential and commercial services, no job is too big for our team to handle. We are a licensed and insured company, serving customers peace of mind, one circuit at a time. Midway Service Center and Towing is a proud sponsor of the Cardinals. Located at 514 North Commerce Avenue in Front Royal, just under a mile from Bing Crosby Stadium, Midway Service Center and Towing provides auto mechanic work. We do things from oil changes to engine repairs, towing, tire rotations, mechanic work, Virginia State inspections, and more. Come see the friendly folks at Midway Service Center and Towing weekdays from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. or call 540-636-9128. Midway Service Center and Towing, voted the best auto towing company in the Northern Virginia Daily's 2022 Best of Front Royal and Warren County.
And welcome you back to David L. Wines Field at Bing Crosby Stadium here on the Front Royal Cardinals Radio Network. As we return to play in the bottom half of the 6th, it is a 5-1 ball game in the favor of the homestanding Cardinals here in this last bit of action in the regular season for 2022. Coming up for the Cardinals will be Connor Frost to lead things off. First baseman tonight, righty, 6 foot, 185-pound junior out of University of North Georgia, hometown of Roswell, Georgia.
There's a bird up there that's making that noise, I think. I was like, what is that noise? It's like
I'm sitting there wondering, like, because I thought you said somebody was hurt. I'm like, who up there is hurt?
No. I think that's a bird that's making that noise. Is that
1-1 is lined out to right and will be caught by Dakota Miller. So Connor Frost goes down off of a line. That brings up Drew Bristow up to the plate. I know I said brings up and up again, but oh well, it's okay. It's not the worst thing I could do. As Drew Bristow comes up, there we go. 2 for 2 on the evening with a run on the night. Sits at a 130 batting average on the season, counting the 2 at-bats he's had. I think he came in with an 090 and has brought it up significantly with those 2 hits. As Rosakis deals it, that one misses ball 1. Count is 1-0 to start things off here for Drew Bristow in plate appearance number 3. Dang, that bird really shut up when I stopped talking.
No, now it's
back.
Yeah.
Maybe it's telling me, hey, shut up. As Bristow fouls that one away. Another one presented to you by Sunstoppers Window Tinting. They can do your home, office, and car windows. Call them at 540-227-0640. Visit them at 626 Warren Shop every weekday, Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. As that one is lined to third. The play at first is over the head of the first baseman, Klonch. However, Bristow will not make the advancement to second. And that does seem like a great choice as Garris took the extra mile to go get that ball, and judging on how good he's been stopping baseballs tonight, I don't want to test his arm from in line with the first base.
Yeah, that's a common play for catchers or catchers that really have the experience is to follow up is to try and run with the runner down to first base on a ground ball in case of something like that where the ball gets by and not allow the runner to advance because you're standing right there backing up the play. As the throw over to first is not in time, and this calls up Riley Frost to the plate after Bristow reaches on an error. So Riley looks at a first pitch up and away, ball 1. So he's running on first with 1 out here for Riley Frost. The top of the lineup following, and J.R. London and Trent Jeffcoat after him if we get that far, as the 1-0 is swung through, so it's 1-1 here.
1 out down in this bottom half of the 6th. Cardinals lead 5-1. Riley Frost, your man at the plate, 0 for 1 on the evening, facing 1-1 on the next one from Billy Rosakis. And here it comes. That one misses ball 2. Count is 2-1 now to Riley Frost. Cardinals have Drew Bristow on first following the error at first. 1 out down as Rosakis sets. Looks back at first, will deal the 2-1. That one goes upstairs, ball 3. So it's a 3-1 count on the next one to Riley Frost here. He has been walked, it appears. Was that off of the hit by pitch? According to Point Streak, it was. I believe he because that's the questionable one where it was where he was possibly hitting the foot as we thought. 3-1 comes in, goes down as a strike. 3-2 count as it fills. Riley Frost looking in a bit of a tough situation here at the plate as he's allowed the pitcher Rosakis to battle back. There is 1 out down in this bottom half of the 6th. Riley Frost looking for his first bit of action in statistical categories as the payoff comes, and it's downstairs, ball 4. So Riley Frost picks up his first statistical walk of the game. Take that 90-foot walk of fame, Riley Frost. So with that, we reround the lineup to J.R. Lennon, who is 1 for 1 on the evening. And no, that was Harold. That was him.
Okay.
It does sound like it in the song,
it does. Well, I think he was trying to mimic the song.
Yeah.
That's what it was. But J.R. London coming up 1 for 3 with an RBI and a run scored as he looks to bunt that one. He takes it for a strike. He struck out in his first 2 appearances, and his last one, again, RBI single, and later came around to score in that 3-run bottom of the 4th inning for the Cardinals as Rosakis looks back to second and deals. That one's over for a strike. 0-2 here to J.R. London.
Runners on first and second for the Cardinals are Riley Frost and my apologies, not Christian Campbell, Drew Bristow. I'm thinking later on in the lineup. I saw the 1 and got excited in his number. 0-2 coming from the pitcher Rosakis. And that one misses ball 1. Count is 1-2 coming to J.R. London, who again is looking 1 for 3 on the evening with an RBI in his name. He struck out twice outside of the hit he received earlier. Make it 12 for 50 on the season. That is a 240 as he sets and deals the 1-2. That has popped up into right. Looks to be playable in rather foul territory. My apologies. So the count remains where it is. 1 ball and 2 strikes for J.R. London. And they're trying to get the foul ball off the field. Not quite sure what happened there. Count remains 1-2 with 1 out down. Cardinals have Riley Frost and Drew Bristow on respectively first and second. Here comes the 1-2 as Drew Bristow made a halfway advancement, but J.R. London strikes out on that one. It's the 3rd one he's seen go by. And that will call up Trent Jeffcoat as J.R. London goes down 1 for 4 on the evening. Jeffcoat as well is 1 for 3 on the evening, but he has only struck out once tonight. Make it 36 for 99. That is a 364. So his batting average with these at-bats this evening and the at-bats previously has not changed from as he started 364 and has so far, if the game would end right now, his batting average would end 364. As the first pitch in the meantime is missed for ball 1. Jeffcoat starts up 1-0 in the count.
Yeah, J.R. London not happy with that last call. I think he thought it was low, and I was kind of worried he was going to argue a little bit too much there and get tossed as the 1-0 is fouled off by Jeffcoat. So he looks to drive in. I believe he did have an RBI single earlier in the game.
It does not say he did.
He just had a single.
I thought he did. No, he didn't. No, because the run didn't come home.
Yep. It was too shallow to go home.
Yep.
I remember he had a hit with a runner in scoring position.
I think you and I were both anticipating that he would come home, and he didn't, and that's what threw us off.
So he did have the hit with runners on first and second to load the bases as Bristow playing off a second. He goes to third. He'll make it in there easily. No one covering second, so no throw to second, no throw to third as it's a double steal, and Jeffcoat now 2 outs, but does have 2 runners in scoring position, so a base hit could score both of these runs.
And one thing that's kind of surprised me is Jeffcoat hasn't hit a home run yet. Last season he hit at least 2, I think is what the number was. I know he hit 1, but I'm pretty sure he hit 2. At least here at Ben Crosby. I know he hit more away, and I know he's hit more. Well, no, I just said what I was trying to say. Never mind. I was about to double up on what I said. No, he hit more away, but I know he hit a few here, and he hit a handful in the season. As he fouls that one back, count remains 1-2 to the designated hitter this evening. Runners now threatened on second and third, 1, possibly 2 in scoring position late in this inning. 2 outs down, 1-2 count coming to Jeffcoat. It is Riley Frost on second, Drew Bristow on third. As Rosakis sets, nobody home to make the play at second, 1-2 coming. He will cut and miss on that one for strike 3. That will strand the runners, and the score stays where it is through 6 complete. We take a sideline here on the Front Row Cardinals Radio Network. When we return, the top half of the 7th, the Express looking to bounce back after this little scoring drought that they've created. 5-1 ball game. right after this break.
The Front Royal Cardinals would like to thank our 2022 sponsors, the Wines Family and Wines Bookkeeping, C&C Frozen Treats, the Town of Front Royal, Warren County Government, Cedarville Working Club, the Knights of Columbus, Christendom College, Midway Service Center and Towing, Dominion Health and Fitness, Culligan Water, Hazards Mill Farms, the Brody Michael Foundation, Kenny Sports Shop, Woods Cove Assisted Living, Green to Ground, U.S. Inspect, Lindsay Chevrolet, TLC Settlements, Reaching Out Now, the Front Royal Little League, Concern Hotline, the Logan Mayatico Foundation, and Sunstoppers Window Tinting. Thank you for your support of Front Royal Cardinals Baseball in the 2022 season.
Reaching Out Now, a proud supporter of Cardinals baseball, supports under-resourced youth to be the best version of themselves with preparedness, to face the world with hope, purpose, and optimism. We serve students and their families in need of support in the school system through engaged community partners and the volunteer network. Through our programs, we provide opportunities and new experiences for all involved to reach their full potential. For more information, find us online at reachingoutnow.org or email info@reachingoutnow.org. Reaching Out Now, your true potential within reach.
And we welcome you back to the confines of Bing Crosby Stadium, home of David L. Wines Field. 5-1 ball game going into the top half of the seventh inning. As I can tell you, I anticipated Jackson Arnold came out in the middle of the frame, as Clint Marsh has been doing tonight. He's been retiring pitchers after 2 complete so far, and what better way to bring a new pitcher in than bring a position player in? Instead of going with, let's say, at least, we'll just say 10, just to make things simple, with the 10 pitchers rather that he's got left, he said, I can't bring Schultz in because he's starting next game. Let's bring Sam Daggers in to pitch. So Sam Daggers coming in, not sure. I mean, you could probably help me if you know. I don't know if Sam Daggers.
I've never seen him pitch. I don't think he's pitched so far this season. He actually didn't look bad in warm-ups. It looked like he threw decent velocity with a good curveball. So hopefully he's not new to pitching as he gets set and fires the first pitch. That one's popped up, and the bat goes flying. That's the 3rd bat lost so far this season at Bing Crosby Stadium. I believe this is the first one by an opposing player. The first 2 were by the Cardinals players, but Sam Daggers is pitching. This is his first time pitching so far this year. He's typically in left field or right field for the Cardinals. But with the playoffs just around the corner, it looks like they're trying to save some arms. And if they feel confident that Daggers can get 3 outs, they're going to throw him out there and try and get some outs when needed. So then they have their young guns ready to go for the playoffs over at least the next 2 games, as it's a best of 3. So they will play Woodstock tomorrow at Woodstock, then back here at Bing Crosby as Sam gets him to swing through that one. But back here Wednesday at Bing Crosby, and then if necessary, they will go on the road to Woodstock. And then the winner of that series will face the winner of Purcellville versus Strasburg. I believe Strasburg is the higher seed, so they will host the first game. It will be at Purcellville as Sam Daggers records his first strikeout of this season on a fastball inside. Got Dakota Miller locked up. And then back to what I was saying, Strasburg will host the first game. Then it will be Purcellville. And then it will go back to Strasburg if necessary. And the winner of the Strasburg-Purcellville series will face the winner of the Cardinals-Woodstock series as Daggers deals the 0-0. That one dropped. It looked like it dropped him for a strike, but I guess it was left upstairs, so 1-0 here.
And they actually are saying that Reed Garris is the man at the plate. Point streak just updated. Not quite sure what happened there, but they started with Dakota Miller and now.
Well, Dakota Miller just struck out.
Oh, gotcha. I thought we skipped somebody.
Nope.
Nope. That was just me on a different player.
Miller just struck out. So you're all good.
But I was mainly thinking about what I was trying to say following you. So I was looking, while Matthew was talking, I was looking at Sam Dagger's stat page on Shepherd's athletic website. He's not a pitcher for them. I don't know what position he plays. I'm guessing it's in the outfield.
I'm going to assume outfield or maybe first.
Possibly. But there's no pitching stats. So this might be, at least since high school, his first time pitching.
Yeah. I mean, he looks good, though.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he doesn't look out of position as that one hits him. So the 2-1.
Say that.
Yeah, of course. The 2-1 to Garris hits him. But he's been pitching inside to the past two hitters. Those fastballs have missed on the inside half, so hopefully he doesn't hit somebody else. As number 8 for the Strasburg Express, Miles Denton, comes in to hit. He is going to be hitting for the one-hitter, Armando Albert. So I'm assuming Miles will move to short, and then Albert will take a seat on the bench as Garris stands on first following the hit by pitch, and Dagger's on the mound, his first appearance of the season on the mound.
First pitch in the meantime is down the alley for strike number 1. Count is 0-1 to start things off here for Miles Denton, and plate appearance number 1 of this game. He comes up 6 for 18. That's a .333. No home runs or RBIs yet on the season. Has a possible chance with the runner Reed Garris as that one goes into left, high and deep and far. That one bounces off of the wall as runners will be held after picking up 2 bags. So hit number 1 on the night by Miles Denton is a dent for the Cardinals to try and fix. Wasn't trying to actually make a joke there, but opportunities arise when you don't even know it.
Yeah, you know.
And I'm not. Sure. I'm not joking. I'm being serious. I did not mean for that to happen. Realized it after I said it. But so that threatens second and third. So 1, possibly 2 in scoring position for the Express. They need the 2 to come across to make it a 2-run game. As I'm going to go with Cade Parker. I wasn't paying attention to what Harold said. Thank you.
Cade Parker is coming up to the dash.
So Parker coming up to this one, 0 for 2 on the evening with an RBI, or been a part of an RBI rather, and a strikeout on the evening. You got strike number 1 to face him. So 0-1 to start things off here for, I was about to say Denton, my apologies, Parker rather. So Daggers sets on the mound. It's so weird to say that because he's a position player, but he's on the mound as Daggers deals the 0-1. That one will go down beautifully for strike 2. Count is 0-2 coming to Parker here.
Yeah, and something I'd like to see is Daggers try and get a pitch away. He's missed over the middle or on the inside half in these first few batters. As that one misses away, somewhat blocked by Carter. It does get by a little bit, but not enough for Garris to get home from third. So that one misses away. That's one of the first pitches you really see him miss towards the left-hand batter's box, as his fastball is mainly staying on the inside half to the righties, and the curveball is just kind of looping over as Garris takes a short little break over at third. I don't know what's going on, but
is he hurt?
Some sort of cramp, I'd assume.
Possibly. I mean,
he looks fine.
Unless he had a premeditated injury like JoJo Jackson that one time when he was running down the first base line and got hurt at the bag.
Yeah, there wasn't anything clear that happened there, but looks like he's fine and he'll play through that.
So 1-2 coming from Daggers to Parker. He sets up, takes a look around to third, and will deal the 1-2. That is popped up. Play ball to left will drop for a base hit, so 1 run will score. Will it be 2? No, it will not, as they will not send the runner Miles Denton around to home. So it will be a 5-2 ball game now, still in the favor of the Cardinals in this top half of the 7th. So that will
Number 25.
call up Travis Reifsnyder. I blanked on his first name there. Travis Reifsnyder coming up 0 for 3 on the evening, 0 for 6 on the season, counting those 3 at-bats. 1 out down in this top of the 7th, 5-2 ball game, still in the favor of the Cardinals. As Daggers looks back at first, will set up on the mound and deals the pitch. First one going upstairs. Ball 1 is the call. 1-0 to start things off here for Reifsnyder. Plate appearance number 4 on the evening. Got a runner 90 feet away from home plate. It is Miles Denton.
Yeah, hopefully Daggers can get at least an out, even if it does score the run, at least try and get 1 out and make it 2. As the runner's off to second base, the throw to second is offline, so it will be second and third. It does cross for a strike, so it will be a 1-1 count. Second and third and 1 out here. 5-2 ball game, so tying run is at the plate in the form of the center fielder Travis Reifsnyder, as Daggers is on the mound in his first pitching appearance of the season.
Daggers sets and deals the 1-1 that is cut on and missed for strike 2 swinging. 1 ball, 2 strike count now. 1 out down, top of the 7th. 5-2 ball game here at Bing Crosby Stadium. At Veterans Memorial Park, Waynesboro and Harrisonburg taking on each other in a South Division rivalry. 3-2 game in the favor of the Generals so far in the top half of the 5th. In the meantime, Daggers sets up, got a 1-2 coming from them. He will deal the 1-2. That is cut and miss. Call it strike number 3. That will be strikeout number 2 on the night by Daggers, and number 2, believe it, on the season, since he has not pitched this season. As that calls up Cam Claunch to the plate for the Express. He's 1 for 3 on the evening, sitting at a 270. That's 24 for 89 on the season. 3 home runs and 12 RBIs coming into the game, as well as standing right now. As that's lined out to right, looks to drop. It will for a base hit. 1-1 scores, make it 2, as it will be a 5-4 ball game now in the favor of the Express as a 2-run
favor of the Cardinals.
My apologies, thank you. 2-run RBI single for Cam Claunch. Picks up his first set of RBIs tonight, making number 14 on the night now, or on the season rather now for him. As that calls up Zane Denton to the plate.
And just like that, it is a 1-run ball game, and the Cardinals do lead in this game. Still really doesn't matter too much, as the Cardinals both of these teams have clinched their playoff spot. So this game isn't
unnecessary
that meaningful. Yeah. But you still want to win every game you can, and you still want to have momentum going into the next game. So you never want to just give up a 4-run lead and be like, hey, we still made the playoffs. You still want to go out and compete night in and night out and win every game.
Exactly.
So Daggers giving up 3 runs in this inning, his first pitching appearance, as the pitch is fouled back. So it is 0-2 here with 2 outs. Again, 3 runs have scored, making it a 5-4 ball game here in the top of the 7th inning, as the Strasburg Express have mounted a slight comeback so far, but the Cardinals still have the lead, hoping to hold on to it here with the tying run at first and the winning run, or the go-ahead run rather, at the plate.
Cam Claunch stands on first for the Express. Zane Denton at the plate. Sam Daggers sits up on the mound. Two-thirds of an inning under him, as strike 3 is the call on Zane Denton, and I don't think either of those Express players knew what was going on, as Daggers picks up number 3 on the night and the season, since again it's his first time pitching in the Valley League for this season. So we will take a sideline here on the Front Royal Cardinals radio network. Coming up for the Cardinals will be Christian Campbell, but we'll get into that going after the 7th inning stretch. Back to you on the Front Row Cardinals Radio Network right after this.
I'm J.D. Howler, President and CEO of U.S. Inspect Group, the country's largest home inspection company. We operate nationally across 24 MSAs, and our 30-year-old brand has delivered 3 million inspections. The best real estate brokerages in the country love us because we help their real estate agents get deals closed faster, and we protect their customers. We have a proven business model and positive EBITDA. With new investors, new management, new board, and new products, our mission is to make home inspections as simple and painless as ordering an Uber.
This message is brought to you by US Inspect. For more information, find them online at usinspect.com.
Your local Lindsay Chevrolet dealer of Front Royal is a proud sponsor of the Front Royal Cardinals. Your next new or pre-owned vehicle awaits you at Lindsay Chevrolet. There are many options of Chevy vehicles to help anyone find new roads. Choose Lindsay Chevrolet. You'll love it at Lindsay.
And we welcome you back to David L. Wines Field here at Bing Crosby Stadium as the Cardinals lead 5-4 now to the visiting Strasburg Express. Going into the bottom of the seventh, the Cardinals will call up Christian Campbell to lead things off. Following him in the next two due up will be JoJo Jackson and Noah Carter to be the three due up here in this bottom half of the seventh. Cardinals need to convert some hits into runs here. They do now tie the Express in hits with 7 apiece and lead by 1 over the Express as the first pitch in the meantime to Christian Campbell is through for a strike. So nothing one to start things off here for the leadoff batter, Christian Campbell, who has walked every time he's gotten up as that will be bounced to third. The play at first is in time, so Christian Campbell getting his first bit of action at the plate going down. As again, he was walked twice.
Maybe. Oh, I think he had a sac fly. Does he? Yeah, it says he has an RBI, so I think it was a sac fly.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
I think you're right. Yeah,
it was when it was a sac fly and then a bad throw, so then JR came to score.
Yep, that's right. Yep.
And then Trent Jeffcoat got in the pickle.
That's right. Yep, I do remember that now.
So he got 1 RBI, but 2 runs scored on that. So because of the error, it was only 1 RBI rather than 2.
In the meantime,
Speaking of 2 RBIs.
Yeah, JoJo Jackson coming up with the first hit of the game, first RBI recorded of the game, make it 2 because of counting himself. And now coming up with a home run under his belt, 2-run shot over the center field wall in the bottom half of the first. Cardinals then took the lead 2-0. They now lead 5-4 over the Express. 1-1 count coming to JoJo Jackson, who is 1 for 3 on the evening, make it 30 for 88. As the 1-1 comes in, misses ball number 2 of the count. 2-1 count, 1 out down, bottom of the 7th. 5-4 ball game in the favor of the Cardinals here in this final game of play in the regular season for the Cardinals in this 2022 slate. Here comes the 2-1. That's popped up, fouled on the first base side out of play, and that is another one sponsored by our friends at Sun Stoppers Window Tinting. They can do your car, home, or office window tinting. Visit them Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. at 626 Warren Shop in Front Royal. Or during those hours, give them a call at 540-227-0640. And if it's on the weekend or out of hours during the weekdays, visit them online at sunstoppers.com. In the meantime, JoJo Jackson fills the count now at 3 balls and 2 strikes. As Rosakis looking to take him down. Pitch number 41 of the game for him coming up. He's got 2 1/3 now under his belt. Rosakis backs off of the rubber. JoJo Jackson steps out of the batter's box. He sits in the right one now as he's a switch hitter. Cardinals have a few switch hitters, not many. As the payoff comes in, they will call that one a strike as JoJo Jackson looked to signal bunt, but didn't get the contact. It will be a strike call nonetheless. So out number 2 is recorded as JoJo Jackson goes now 1 for 4. Noah Carter will come up to the plate now for the Cardinals here.
And coming in to catch is number 11, Ty Hooks, for the Strasburg Express, as I didn't realize it. And then Graham Crawford moves to left field as he came and pinch hit for Henry Kohler, I believe in the last inning, but it
I
could have
believe
been,
so, too, yeah.
I believe it was in the last inning or against Jackson Arnold. I can't remember which way it went.
It wasn't this past one. I think, if anything, it was the one before or the one
Jackson
before that.
Arnold. I think it was Jackson Arnold's second inning that he came in to pinch hit.
Yes, the one before this past. Yeah,
Yep.
Sam Daggers came in
last inning.
Yep.
So Ty Hooks taking over behind the dish for the Express, and Graham Crawford in left as that one's pops foul, and now it goes to a 1-2 count here on Noah Carter.
2 outs down in this bottom of the 7th. 5-4 ball game in the favor of the Cardinals. Nobody on base for the Cardinals yet, as the first 2 due up have gone back. 1-2 count. Here comes the pitch. That one will get him looking for strike 3. That's the first time the Cardinals have sent up and taken 3 back, at least since earlier on in this ball game. I'm pretty sure they did it earlier. So now returning that bad taste, especially now with a 1-run lead. It's the shortest lead that the Cardinals have allowed the Express to get to, as they've led by at most 2. But now with that previous top of the 7th 3-run inning, it is now a 5-4 ball game as we go into the top half of the 8th here on the Front Royal Cardinals Radio Network.
TLC Settlements is a proud sponsor of the 2022 Cardinals. When buying, selling, or refinancing your investment, TLC Settlements, LLC believes that every transaction is important, no matter how big or how small. The trustworthy team of Tracy, Lucy, and Christy bring 55-plus years experience in the industry. We are dedicated to and take pride in the service that we give to each and every customer. Although we do many closings each month, every closing is very important to us. Our service speaks for itself at TLC Settlements.
The Front Royal Cardinals would like to thank our 2022 sponsors, the Wines Family and Wines Bookkeeping, C&C Frozen Treats, the Town of Front Royal, Warren County Government, Cedarville Working Club, the Knights of Columbus, Christendom College, Midway Service Center and Towing, Dominion Health and Fitness, Culligan Water, Hazards Mill Farms, the Brody Michael Foundation, Kenny Sports Shop, Woods Cove Assisted Living, Green to Ground, U.S. Inspect, Lindsay Chevrolet, TLC Settlements, reaching out now, the Front Royal Little League, Concern Hotline, the Logan Myatico Foundation, and Sunstoppers Window Tinting. Thank you for your support of Front Royal Cardinals Baseball in the 2022 season.
Your local Lindsay Chevrolet dealer of Front Royal is a proud sponsor of the Front Royal Cardinals. Your next new or pre-owned vehicle awaits you at Lindsay Chevrolet. There are many options of Chevy vehicles to help anyone find new roads. Choose Lindsay Chevrolet. You'll love it at Lindsay.
And welcome you back to David O. Wines Field here at Bing Crosby Stadium as we start the top half of the 8th. It'll be Graham Crawford to lead things off for the Express here. So following Crawford will be Tommy Tavares and Dakota Miller. As in the meantime, we had a bit of an extended break as Sam Daggers has been retired after an inning of work. In his place will be Sean Means, who at least I'm anticipating will end the game. He, as most, well, at least the pitchers that are listed as pitchers have pitched 2 complete innings. And as we all know, Sam Daggers came in previously and who is not a position, or who is rather a position player, not a pitcher, and pitched 1 inning complete. And I'm guessing that Sean Means will pitch this and the next to retire the side, as Graham Crawford coming on the 1-0, cutting and missing for strike 1. Crawford in this game is 0-for-0, as I believe he walked previously. 8 for 61 coming into this evening's game. That is a 131. As the 1-1 comes in, it will miss for ball 2. The count is now 2-1 coming to Graham Crawford, who has 5 RBIs out of his 8 hits coming into this evening's game.
Go Sean.
Welcome back. Mean sets 2-1 coming. That one will get him looking for strike two. Count is now 2-2 coming to Graham Crawford. By the way, Sean Means coming in with a 3.27 ERA, 22 innings under his belt, 24 strikeouts. So not too shabby of a performance in this 2022 slate. Pitch number 6 of the game for him will be a cut and a miss. Strike number 3 on the 5th pitch of the at-bat. The 6th, according to Point Streak. Not quite sure how that works.
That was the 5th.
That was the 5th. Okay, I was about to say, wait a minute.
It says 3 and 2. So either
I'm looking here. And this one was already here. Unless I'm breaking the system.
I don't know. But Sean Means has pitched very, very well so far this year for the Cardinals. He did make an all-star, I guess you could say all-star appearances. That one's popped up to the first base area. Connor Frost making the call and the catch. So 2 quick outs here as on 6 pitches, Means gets 2 outs, and we are 1 away from the bottom of the 8th inning. As I was mentioning, Sean Means did make the all-star game for the Front Royal Cardinals. He was one of 2 pitchers, the other pitcher being Bryce Fisher, who started yesterday and had a very, very good outing yet again. And I believe it was 5 innings. He only allowed 2 runs, both of them being unearned.
Mm-hmm.
So he pitched very, very well. He lowered his ERA to below that 3 threshold mark that a lot of pitchers look for. So he did a very, very good job. As this one's lined into right field, the play is made by JoJo Jackson. And a quick inning here for Sean Means as he sets the Express down 1-2-3, and we head into the bottom of the 8th inning with a 5-4 ball game in favor of the Front Royal Cardinals.
All right, get out there.
So we hope to see you in the bottom of the 8th inning as the Cardinals take the lead 5-4.
It was a code 10, hard water again. Worst part is Claire was unaware.
Hey, Culligan, our water makes my skin and hair feel like I'm 90.
Okay, are you 90?
I'm not.
Okay, secondly, how do you feel about high-efficiency water softeners from Culligan Water?
What?
And thirdly, how do you feel about smoother skin and luxurious hair?
Goodly. I feel very good about that.
That's the power of water. Stay soft, right?
You stay soft.
Good water doesn't just come to you. Oh, wait. In this case, yes, it can.
C&C Frozen Treats is a fun place to come to experience some wacky and flavorful homemade ice cream and Italian ice. We have made hundreds of flavors and continue to strive to make new and exciting flavors every time you walk through the door. But beware if you want chocolate or vanilla, as we have a crazy rule here at the store that you must sample 3 of our wacky flavors before you can earn the right to taste chocolate and vanilla. We even put free harassment on our menu board, so you know what to expect when you walk through the door. Come experience C&C Frozen Treats. You won't regret it.
This is a brief in-game reminder that the Valley Baseball League will not tolerate discrimination on the basis of race, religion, color, national origin, age, sex, sexual orientation, marital status, citizenship, and/or military or veteran status. The Valley Baseball League supports all of our teams in addressing these issues at their individual ballpark. Thank you for being a good support and enjoy the game.
Your local Lindsay Chevrolet dealer of Front Royal is a proud sponsor of the Front Royal Cardinals. Your next new or pre-owned vehicle awaits you at Lindsay Chevrolet. There are many options of Chevy vehicles to help anyone find new roads. Choose Lindsay Chevrolet. You'll love it at Lindsay.
And we welcome you back to David O. Wines Field here at Bing Crosby Stadium, as there is possibly 2 frames of play if the Cardinals can either score or hold the Express off in the next frame of defensive play for them. As the Express, I was going to say the Cardinals, the Express make a bit of, or at least a confusing call for me, or at least a confusing for me to wrap my head around, but a rather, I think, gutsy call as well. They take their first baseman, Cam Klotch, and put him on the mound. And in his place, at first, is Zane Denton, who is DHing. And so they lose the DH spot, as we were discussing in the break. So now they don't have a DH, but instead they have a pitcher in the lineup, which is...
Right now it's Cam Klotch, so it's not a big deal. But if they go further in the game, it might become an issue if they need to take Cam Klotch out. So we'll see what happens. I just know that once Cam Clunch exits this ball game, he cannot come back in as a hitter.
Oh, that's right.
So if
Forgot
he
about
gets
that.
taken out and the Express tie the ball game, it will be interesting to see what they do in the lineup, as that one is well up and away for a ball. So it's 1-0 here to Brennan Chisholm.
And I will say Cam Clunch's stats, I mean, he's 2 for 4 tonight, and he's been iffy with some at-bats tonight, but he's a pretty decent player for the Express. And my decision...
Did he get an RBI of some sort?
He has 2 of them. He's got 2. Yep.
I think he had that 2 RBI single for the Express.
He did. Yep.
I knew he came up in that spot. I couldn't remember if he did something or the batter after him. So,
and my thing is, he's a decent player. Why would you risk not having him play in the first round of the playoffs? That's to me, that's not confusing. I was going to say confusing. More gutsy than anything.
As long as he doesn't have an arm injury, I guess it's fine. If he's pitched, it shows that he hasn't pitched yet. I guess they're just trying to save bullpen arms.
Yeah,
that's what the Cardinals did earlier with Sam Daggers as well. So I have no clue, but Brennan Chisholm does walk here. So first batter that Clunch faces is a walk, and now Connor Frost coming to the plate, who comes into this game, I believe, 1 for 3 or 1 for 2. I can't remember.
Let me take a look because I don't remember either. He is 1 for 2, been across the plate once, and he has walked. Yep. Sits 151 on the season, counting the at-bats from tonight and, the season as well. That's the first pitch to him in the meantime. Goes upstairs, ball 1. 1-0 is the score. Not the score, the count. Sorry, the score is 5-4. Thank you. Hits are tied at 7. Errors tied at 1, if that applies to you. 1-0 is the count. Here comes the pitch from Clunch. That's fouled off. Pings the grandstand. It comes back down. Watch out, folks. It's raining baseball.
Back over.
It bounces over the fence, so we'll count that one as a sponsorship by Sunstoppers. Oh, what a fun way to have things go there, as the 1-1 count is set up by Cam Clunch. Deals the 1-1. That one misses ball 2. 2-1 is the count, coming to Connor Frost, who is 1 for 2 on the evening, as we said, with a walk. And again, has crossed the plate once tonight. But like Daggers, Clunch has not pitched for the Valley League, or in the Valley League, rather, this season. So this is first act on the mound. That one gets to the second baseman, Denton. The play at second is time. The play at first is also in time, so the Express will convert a double play early. And that's something that the Cardinals didn't want to do if they want to hold this lead. As the last time the Express came to town, the Cardinals had the lead going into the 9th inning, and the Express took over and won that game by 1 or 2.
Yeah, 6-5. Yeah. So it was a 3-run lead then. It's a 1-run lead now. So don't count them out. They were also the last team to score with a 3-run inning in the 7th, and a well hit but routine double play ball right there off the bat of Connor Frost now sets up Drew Bristow with as he faces an 0-1 count with 2 outs and nobody on.
Bristow coming up 2 for 3 on the evening, make it 6 for 47 as he faces strike 2 on that one from Cam Clunch. So Bristow's batting average has gone up to a 128, counting the 2 hits he's got this evening. 1 RBI on the season. None tonight, so that number stands. 1-2 count on the next one to Drew Bristow. 2 outs down, bottom of the 8th. 5-4 ball game in the favor of the Cardinals. Looking to put this one away as 2-2 is now on the board following the 1-2 pitch that missed. Cardinals looking to keep their lead here and looking to make crunch time go for them in defensive sets as Drew Bristow cuts and misses on that one for strike number 3. So you could say 1-2-3 even though runners got on as they came up but didn't cross, and the 4th batter of the frame didn't come up. So Drew Bristow going down. Let's pick up the right lineup here. So following him in the top, or the next frame rather, for the bottom of the 9th, if we make it, will be Riley Frost. I should say if we make it since we're ahead. So 5-4 ball game going into the top of the 9th. It is crunch time for the Cardinals on defense. They need to hold the Express down to 3 batters here in order to win this ball game and go into the playoffs with a win streak. We take a sideline here on the Front Row Cardinals Radio Network when we return to the top of the ninth, and the Express will retake offensive set.
Reaching out now, a proud supporter of Cardinals baseball, supports under-resourced youth to be the best version of themselves with preparedness, to face the world with hope, purpose, and optimism. We serve students and their families in need of support in the school system through engaged community partners and the volunteer network. Through our programs, we provide opportunities and new experiences for all involved to reach their full potential. For more information, find us online at reachingoutnow.org or email info@reachingoutnow.org. Reaching Out Now, your true potential within reach.
Green to Ground Electrical is a proud sponsor of the Front Royal Cardinals. Green to Ground is a Class A electrical contractor serving the Shenandoah Valley in Northern Virginia region. Building relationships since 2019 by being reliable, dependable, and trustworthy. Offering both residential and commercial services, no job is too big for our team to handle. We are a licensed and insured company, serving customers peace of mind, one circuit at a time.
Welcome back to David L. Wines Field here at Bing Crosby Stadium. Going into the top half of the ninth, it is a 5-4 ball game here at the confines of Bing Crosby Stadium. And the first pitch from Means to the batter, Ty Hooks, will be missed for ball one. Count is 1-0 to start things off here for not Drew Bristow, but for Ty Hooks, who on the evening
0 for 0 because he came in as a defensive replacement for
I was going to say he's not even on my
Garris.
I was going to say he's not even on my roster, or at least on my lineup. There we go. Ty Hooks, 23 for 79 coming into this game. That's a 291. 19 RBIs in the process of those 23 hits. So really can get the runs to convert when he hits. I mean, I know you count the runners that come in instead of the hits counting as RBIs, but 23 hits, 19 RBIs,
not bad.
Not bad at all. Like there's almost a balance there, which is pretty impressive for 40-some games in a season, depending on at least.
I mean, depending on how many he's played so far.
That's true too.
I know he's played every time that they've come here. Mm-hmm. Strasburg has come here. As
in the meantime, he faces 3-1 from Means.
34 games played this season.
So basically, or may have missed 6 or 8 at the most. If it's if it's a 42, that ball fouled and hit the backstop, then popped up. So a payoff coming on the next one to Ty Hooks in his opening at-bat of the game.
Sean Means looking for a shutdown top of the ninth inning as the Cardinals are up by just 1 run. As the 3-2 to Hooks is dealt and swing and a miss right there by Ty Hooks rather, pitched by Sean Means. So that's yet another strikeout here from Means, and there are 2 more outs to go until the Cardinals can put this one as a win in the record books, as Miles Denton, who is 1 for 1 with a double off the wall in that top of the 7th 3-run inning for the Express. He comes to the plate. He replaced Armando Albert as he pops this one up, but that one looks to get foul, so it will be an 0-1 count.
You pulled a me there just a minute ago. Getting players confused. Hey, you've rubbed off me really well. That's not a thing to be proud of, though, honestly. Sean Means sets and deals the 0-1. I'm sorry. That's just a little bit funny for me. And it's down through for a strike. 0-2 is the count for Miles Denton, who is 1 for 1 on the evening. Make it 7 for 19 on the season now. That, oh my goodness. There he is. That will be a 368 as the play at first will be in time off of the strikeout.
Just completely missed it. You were so focused on getting his stats.
Point streak, you love it or hate it. Got to blame it on that. No, it was me. If his name was a snake, it would have bit me. Oh, in the meantime, Cade Parker coming up. I promise I'll shut up. Cade Parker
the
coming
season's
up.
only happening for so long.
Yeah, no kidding. At least one more game here at Ben Crosby Stadium. Cade Parker coming up 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs under his belt, a strikeout, and has crossed the plate for the Express this evening. First pitch to him is a ball. Faces 1-0 on the next one. 2 outs down in the top of the ninth. 5-4 ball game in the favor of the Cardinals. They need 1 more out to put this away. Need 3 strikes. As the first one comes there, cut and a miss with a powerful swing from Cade Parker. Strike 1 is the call as it counts the even. Evens the count. There we go. At 1-1. Mean sets up on the mound. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. That one's downstairs, gets past the catcher, Noah Carter. Nobody on base, so nothing really to worry about there on defense for the Cardinals. 2-1 count coming from Sean Means. Again, 2 outs down. Cardinals need 2 strikes or some sort of out to win this ball game against the Express and extend their win streak to 3 into the playoffs. Sean Means sets 2-1 count. Here comes the pitch. That'll be a cut and miss.
pitch.
Call it strike 2. Count now evens 2-2. With 2 outs down, we are 1 strike away from calling this ball game. 5-4 ball game. Cardinals lead in the top of the ninth. Cade Parker, the man at the plate. Sean Means on the mound. He'll take a set 2-2 count with 2 outs down. Here comes the pitch. Cut and miss. Call it a strike number 3, and that will take the Express down going into the playoffs. The Cardinals extend their win streak to 3 with a nail-biting 5-4 win to the Express of Strasburg. Down goes the 2-2-6-5-7. We'll take you into our post-game coverage right after a few messages from our sponsors. Speaking of our sponsors, thank you to those sponsors who have sponsored the 2022 Front Row Cardinals season. In the meantime, we'll take you into the break right after this.
The Front Royal Cardinals would like to thank our 2022 sponsors, the Wines Family and Wines Bookkeeping, C&C Frozen Treats, the Town of Front Royal, Warren County Government, Cedarville Working Club, the Knights of Columbus, Christendom College, Midway Service Center and Towing, Dominion Health and Fitness, Culligan Water, Hazards Mill Farms, the Brody Michael Foundation, Kenny Sports Shop, Woods Cove Assisted Living, Green to Ground, U.S. Inspect, Lindsay Chevrolet, TLC Settlements, reaching out now, the Front Royal Little League, Concern Hotline, the Logan Myatico Foundation, and Sunstoppers Window Tinting. Thank you for your support of Front Royal Cardinals Baseball in the 2022 season.
I'm J.D. Howler, President and CEO of U.S. Inspect Group, the country's largest home inspection company. We operate nationally across 24 MSAs, and our 30-year-old brand has delivered 3 million inspections. The best real estate brokerages in the country love us because we help their real estate agents get deals closed faster, and we protect their customers. We have a proven business model and positive EBITDA. With new investors, new management, new board, and new products, our mission is to make home inspections as simple and painless as ordering an Uber.
This message is brought to you by US Inspect. For more information, find them online at usinspect.com.
So the Cardinals take a win 5-4, a nail-biting edge over the Strasburg Express into the playoffs, which is a game against Woodstock at Central High School. But in the meantime, the only other Valley League action happening tonight since Purcellville and Winchester was rescheduled, which that's most likely not going to happen now, especially. Matter. The only other action is Harrisonburg hosting Waynesboro at Veterans Memorial Park. It is the top of the 8th where the pitcher Smith has been in at least since I think it was the 4th the last time we checked in there. 7-2 ball game in the favor of Waynesboro, and Smith actually going to JMU, so he's familiar with that field and knowing what it can do. Amen, brother. Amen. Go Dukes. 7-2 ball game, though, in the favor of the Generals of Waynesboro. But in the meantime, game ending here at Bing Crosby Stadium with a 5-4 Cardinal win. So without further ado, we'll try to let everybody go out early. Matthew, what's your thoughts on this game? Who do you think wins? Who do you think loses? And what were the overall good points of this game?
So the win will go to Jackson Arnold as he pitched in the – I believe it will go to Jackson Arnold. Definitely not Chase Stanhope. He did not pitch enough.
Definitely not St. Daggers either.
No, it will either go to Arnold or second guy who pitched is Sam Huff. Sam Huff. The win will go to one of those guys, and then the loss will go to the starter for the Express, who was not Trevor Sharp.
The one after him?
Trevor Sharp.
Sharp. Okay.
Trevor Sharp will get the loss on the night. The Cardinals pitched a very good game other than Sam Daggers, who I don't think will really pitch in the playoffs too much as a position player. So he was the only real blemish for the Cardinals pitching staff, as he allowed 3 runs in the top of the 7th to the Strasburg Express. The Cardinals won this one 5-4, and they did drive in enough runs to win this one, but they did leave a lot of runners stranded. So one thing that I hope they can clean up for the playoffs is runners stranded to end innings, and close games like this could go either way based on who's able to drive in the runners in scoring position. So hopefully the Cardinals can pick that up as they head to Woodstock tomorrow for the first game of the playoffs. It is a best-of-3 series, so the first team to win 2 games will advance on to the North Finals and the Valley Baseball League semifinal. So hopefully the Cardinals can continue this pitching as they go into the playoffs with a 3-game winning streak. Their last wins over Winchester, Newmarket, and now Strasburg. So hopefully the Cardinals can continue playing well into the playoffs and make a deep playoff push. So that's all I got. And you got the rest of this.
So our next game will be here at the confines of Bing Crosby Stadium on Wednesday, as the Cardinals will host the Woodstock River Bandits in Game 2 of the Valley Baseball League North Division, round number 1 in the playoffs. So we will hit the airwaves around 6:30, 6:35 as normal for our pregame coverage of that game. The Front Royal Cardinals like to thank our 2022 sponsors, the Wines Family and Wines Bookkeeping, the Town of Front Royal, Warren County Government, Cedarville Rowing Club, the Knights of Columbus, Christendom College, Midway Service Center, and Towing, Dominion Health and Fitness, Culligan Water, Hazards Mill Farms, the Brody Michael Foundation, Card My Yard Front Royal, Kenny Sports Shop, Woods Cove Assisted Living, Green to Ground, U.S. Inspect, Lindsay Chevrolet. Reaching out now, the Front Royal Little League Concern Hotline, and this evening's sponsor, TLC Settlements and Sun Stoppers. The Front Royal Cardinals baseball presented to you on the air by StretchNet.com and the Royal Examiner, the affiliates of the Front Royal Cardinals Radio Network. This live stream is copyrighted by the Front Royal Cardinals, the Valley Baseball League, and all of our affiliates on the Front Royal Cardinals Radio Network. The use of any copyrighted material in all forms of media without the express written consent of the aforementioned is prohibited. Once again, final score here from David Owens Field at Bing Crosby Stadium. Front Royal 5, Strasburg 4. From Bing Crosby Stadium alongside Matthew Wiseman, this is Cameron Whalen saying so long until Wednesday.